I think Liquid, they're looking to get a head start, and with that it becomes really hard to maybe find openings for Aster. Like this Slark is not going to get ready really fast in the game. So meta-wise, I think it's easier and more understandable to what Liquid wants to do and have to do. But then at the same time, if things get a bit skewed and you go into the mid game and Aster have like even or even a lead, this Slark versus Oracle and versus Beast, it's a really good hero. And this Monkey, this Oracle doesn't want to play against a long fight enjoyer, especially somebody stealing the stats from the guy you're trying to save. So I think the early game, yeah, if it doesn't go Liquid's way, I think Aster has a really good good lineup.
Oh, yeah, well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, getting into the action of this first game. And of course, both teams straight onto the map with the smokes to see if we get some early first blood action potentially around these bounty runes.
The early first bloods this patch is deciding so much. I think it's really important that you come into these games with a plan. And you see, it might look like a big brawl happening.
I mean, yeah, Liquid.
They got the techies with potential suicide, which is one of the stronger heroes. But no surprise should come, with the ward and stuff. So I just wonder what will happen after a moment here. Where's Aster gonna go?
Sure, because
they have to go to the top side. Are they gonna take the portals and just be happy with one bounty rune?
I mean, as Radiant, would you sense there's a high chance that dies up on this high ground?
You have to see it coming. If you don't see it coming, it could be, it's going to be disaster.
Yeah, they're going to walk into this Liquid. They've got the high ground, and straight away they're going to turn towards XXS, lay down the boundless strike. They're looking to take down the Underlord first, and they'll get him first blood for Insania as they take XXS out.
Wow, okay. It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought he was going to skill suicide, and a lot of people were going to tank a lot more. The Firestorm deals good damage. Who got the first blood?
Insania.
Insania, so not as bad. If the Warrior Spirit gets it, it's an absolute disaster. And let's see, Underlord's not late for the block.
And check this out as well, dude. They've just gone and got 4 bounty runes.
Yeah. So that's also the big win. That's the big W that they get here. Dire Radiant doesn't get anything.
Oh, yeah, I mean, 10 seconds in, already a 1,000 gold lead off the back of that first kill, and the 4 bounties for Liquid.
Wow. Oh, wow. So, like I was saying before, these early games, this pre-creep wave meeting has a big decision for what can happen. Something small to mention, you see the wave goes into tower. I think it's on purpose for Nisha. I think he blocks like this. Being a melee hero and last hitting versus a range hero, and being under tower tanking potential creeps, you don't mind, you don't care. But the Mirana has a much harder time. If the Warrior Spirit is able to, meet you under the tower and contest your last hits and so on. So, small things going into Dota.
Sure, and again, to sort of talk more specifically about this Mirana pick, with how quick it was picked up, was it something you think that they were going to kind of pick regardless of what Nisha was going to show? Like, is it sort of about the greater picture for this Mirana in terms of what Sumail's going to be able to offer the team with it?
I mean, I think there's definitely picks that would have dissuaded a Mirana.
Okay.
I think Ember is a lot better versus, for example, this hero. But I do think they were really looking at it because they saw Oracle Beast already. When you see Oracle Beast, this hero really jumps up in value simply just from the ulti. Because you can get to the backline, you can get past the Hawk. Becomes really hard to have the normal fight where Monkey gets gone on first and so on.
Let's see how some of these side lanes go. I mean, this top lane, XXS against Mickey on his Monkey King and Seni on the Oracle. How tricky of a lane is this for the Underlord?
It's not always that tricky. Okay. It's not always a lane that you see Underlord get bullied in. And I actually think Underlord's skill set, like both the W and the Firestorm, are really, really good. Bottom lane.
On it. He's going to get him with the pounce, but has to back off. I think it's a little too low against the two of them and has to be cautious, especially once Liquid hit those level 3s. And Zai's going to be ready with the spam and ready to play super aggressive on this slot.
What you really don't want to have happen is like this Monkey getting boots on you and you not getting your Vanguard, if that's what you're going for. I think he's going to go for mana boots because he's getting the levels here. And he has a Pugna. I wonder.
He's going in here with the Starstorm, bringing Nisha down low, but still with bottle charges to play. Goes down bottom, Monarch being kept low, but he's building up the 1 charges. So we'll have that sort of element of protection if Liquid do start to dive him any further.
Oof, he didn't get the banner creep. Banner creep's so important. Oh, Sumail.
Oh, yeah, still going at it. Well, one another here in this mid lane.
Yeah, that was a big win for Sumail actually. In terms of damage. These things, they add up.
CS so far pretty much keeping it even here in the mid. 14 for 3 against the 13 for 3. It's as close as you sort of hope to see it here between two of the strongest mid players in the tournament.
Yeah, but I really wonder what build he goes for. Because we haven't seen Core Mirana in this patch yet, I want to say.
Yeah, you sort of been the right click, or is this one of those mids that you kind of go for that Atos build up on? You know,
Aghanim Shard does not break Moonlight Shadow Invisibility. With Aghanim Shard, the ability...
top.
Oh.
Okay, he's going to see if he can bring down Baboka. They can. Another kill to be claiming at the same time in the mid. Samael.
Oh, that's so big.
He ends up getting in with the arrow.
Nisha's
Sets it
gonna
up
miss
to
the
get the
wave.
solo kill.
Oh.
And bottom lane, Monet. He's got the one charges. See if Box have anything else to throw out at him. They don't. Monet will be able to walk away, but yeah, kill for Liquid
on
up
every
top.
lane. Oh, gas station mid.
Oh yeah, fueling him up here. TP in from Baboka. Now, one of those situations where, as a mid, you're not too sad that your supports have ended up dying in that side lane. It's going to keep you healthy. It's back down bottom, they do. They strike back Aster and take down Boxy.
I thought Nisha was going to miss the banner creep mid and stuff. It could have been absolute disasters. But yeah, Sumail getting the solo kill mid, I think, is a really big deal. Especially now that his side lanes are both suffering a few deaths. I think he plays a vital role in this because Void Spirit will be able to set up ganks. And I don't know what he's going to be looking to do on the Mirana at the same time. He definitely has better timings, I would say, on the Void Spirit to help his team out. Middle lane again, and a bit low. No.
Sumail's going to be fine. Already had sort of the rotation coming in to make sure that both water runes are under their control. Pichu grabs the bottom. Sumail's able to grab the top. So continuing to do what they can here to give Sumail that edge in this mid matchup.
I really like what Shasha is doing on the Underlord. I think the other Underlords were rushing the Ring of Health versus this Monkey King. And I think it's the wrong play. I think you have to buy the boots and buy the regen. And you need to have maybe a support.
Sumail, he's going for it again with the arrow. And he's got him! Another time, 2 times now, the Sumail has been able to get the solo kill.
Oh my God.
He's playing on the edge. You can see how he's sort of teasing Nisha with how low he sits in this matchup. But knowing the exact limits of this hero, Sumail turning up, bringing the Mirana to the mid. And this is a fantastic start.
Oh, the glimpse. Oh, he gets him.
Aster picking up the kills themselves now, taking the lead in kills. And yeah, this mid lane, Sumail, he's turned up and he's ready to play, Johan.
Wow. Impressive. Impressive. Like I said, though, this Void Spirit is going to hit 6. Sumail has to back off the base here, so some breathing room for Nisha, but already level 6 on Sumail. Wow. Full level advantage.
Full dreads now. I mean, we're already seeing sort of the harassment that he's able to deal to Nisha in that mid lane is quite something now with that boots upgraded, the right clicks will be coming through and is going to be able to consistently keep Nisha low. It could be difficult for Nisha to sort of find the time and have the resources to leave the lane and look to go elsewhere. And Sumail more than happy to trade with him.
It's going to be a very crucial moment now. Minute 6. Underlord is also in a kind of a vulnerable position top. No, he's going to get this wave. But minute 6 rune is very big.
Yeah,
you see them grouping up around mid already.
Yeah, Aster having both supports at Baboka.
No level 6 on Nisha.
Need to try and control this. Yeah, Nisha's got to be careful. He's unlikely to be able to step up for the power rune himself. It's going to be top. Baboka will have to take it. Really just slowing down this early game for Nisha, making sure that that first movement, once he does eventually hit the 6, may come at a time where Aster's side lanes could be prepared for it.
Yeah. Top lane.
See if we can get XXS this time.
Oh!
Now we reaching to get it. TPs are coming in.
Nice rotation from Boxy. Glimpse, though!
They're going to be able to glimpse him back into the blast. Baboka will try and dodge it with a mischief. Big A, but the tower hits and the Thunderstrike coming in will be enough to take him down.
Oh my God.
See if they lose Baboka as well. Try and turn, but he's into the trees. Insania and Boxy, nothing left to throw out upon him. So
wow, beautiful rotation from both supports.
But killing the carry.
Yeah, I mean, Boxy was really good, but even better was definitely the glimpse kill on the monkey. This is tremendous amount of XP for the supports. Oh, you see Boxy here.
He wants that 7-minute wisdom rune. He's trying to set up the vision already. But Pichu's probably not going to be having any of that.
They get a hit whiff of him. Yeah, now they should know about the ward.
They can go for the kill on Boxy.
He was ready to suicide for this. I mean, he's still looking for it.
He's looking pretty dead.
No way, this is not going to work, bro. You got a glimpse.
He's gone.
Neutral creep gets a what?
Wait, what?
How?
How's that even... What?
All part of the plan there from Boxy.
Holy smokes. Yeah, it turns out to not be so bad after all. Like, feeding this level 4 techie skill, it wouldn't feel good for not getting the rune. But now, no harm, no foul. Unless they also manage to sniff out the ward. Let's see.
Yeah, so far, it doesn't look like there's been any sign to take it down. I mean, is this an area of the map you feel on this new map that you would expect to be warded? Or is it an unlikely spot?
I mean, quite often I think the supports go there and plant a ward.
Yep.
You also see the other ward coming out from Insania on the right side. This is the lane that they really want to dominate. They really want the monkey to feel like he can make these plays where he gets a Jingle and he goes under the tower to kill the Underlord and gets out. These wards definitely help, you know? Get an idea of where the supports are if they're not showing. But yeah, 8-minute rune, mid lane, again.
Onto Sumail, but the leap's there.
Nisha's gonna get top rune if it spawns there. Nope.
It's down bottom, so once again, you know, this time Bo3, he'll pick it up, but just to sort of these situations that Aster are forcing around these power runes that doesn't allow Nisha to bottle them himself.
Yeah, and so let's see, what's the net word like? Beastmaster went for Arcane Boost before the Dom, which means your tower push is not as fast. Like, you're not able to get this super early hyper pressure, but then at the same time, your own game might be better. But yeah, I think the Slark is now allowed to stay bottom for a bit longer as well. But really, I'm surprised that they haven't, you know, found this opportunity to go somewhere with Nisha, whether it's bottom or top. It's been, yeah, two mid heroes for 9 minutes now.
Yeah.
It has a lot to do with the small things and not getting the real rune, and also maybe being low constantly. 2 universal heroes buying stats mid bracers. They're getting so tanky. Wow.
And so yeah, Sumail going for that build that we're seeing some of these mids go for now, just getting that Atos online as soon as he can, have that extra sort of control against
bottom lane
ability heroes. Monet gonna try and get aggressive. He's got the Shadow Dance to play with if he wants to commit, but he'll back off. Respects the fact that TPs are coming in from Liquid and doesn't want to mess around and get caught underneath the jump of box.
Wow, I didn't know that. The shield rune actually protects you from blast off damage as well. Like
it's long as well. I think it lasts for
70 seconds. I want to say. I heard.
I think 75 or something.
Wow, what a rune. All right. Mid lane, naked. Sumail making his way back there. So, Underlord, I think he's very happy with what happened, even though he's, what is it, 600 gold, 700 gold behind the Monkey King. He has a game. We saw last time the Oracle Monkey played against an Underlord, the Underlord had no game. But now, I say this, sees him. Oh, it's going to be another game of guessing for the runes. Here comes Sumail's level 6 ability. Not to be underestimated. They do have sentries, so could choose to do something here.
She's going to line something up.
Bo3 just going for the stack instead. Oh!
Going to try and set him onto Nisha. Arrows there as well as the Thunder Strike.
He's in trouble.
Got a step to play with.
No dissimilate.
So if they can grab him back, they can. The glimpse is there. Dodge it with the dissimilate.
Oh, he had a skill
Nisha
point.
able to stay alive there under the tower. He will escape. Sumail, he's going to chase on towards Bo3. Few right clicks. He's got the stick charges, but a few more. One more. He's to get it, Sumail. Ah! He's got it. Still able to pick up the kill. Not quite the big one they hoped for with Nisha being able to dodge that glimpse attempt. But still getting you know, more gold, more XP here nonetheless for Sumail, who still stands at the top of this game.
It's such a battle of the mid lane right now. Like, not a lot was going on in the side lanes after the few early kills. It's always about this real rune spawn in the mid. Nisha TPing back. So he's not getting any side lane action going on, which I know this hero really wants to do. And I'm sure he's looking at it, but the opportunity hasn't presented itself.
We've seen kind of both teams put this focus around the mid, but definitely has felt it. You know, coming more from Aster, and it's definitely having an effect on sort of the start that Liquid probably wanted to be looking for when they run this sort of lineup.
It's super interesting. I really love what Sumail is doing with the Atos. He's buying Atos first. He's probably going to go for a Gleipnir later on. But this will allow him to set up his own arrows. Like we're saying before, there's no proper arrow setup in this game. You're not going to have the Pit of Malice level 4 just yet. It's level 2, and even that isn't the best setup. But you have an Atos with the Pit of Malice. It's super synergy. It's really good with the Disruptor Pugna as well. It's really good for the Slark, so he doesn't have to go in first. Ooh.
They get the ward down.
Get the ward.
They're going to see him here for the setup.
There's the glimpse.
There it is. Glimpse.
Oh, but it's a bit awkward. It was a little early.
Oh, yeah, actually able to get the balance. Now given time to get the Wukong's command up, but there's 4 heroes surrounding him. Mickey cannot stand against this. He's going to live a little longer, but he'll still fall slowly but sure. Very slowly.
That was a little sketchy. I didn't like the decrep on Sumail there, but all right, Underlord ult. Oh, that's such a feels good. But mid lane taking a lot of damage, while bottom lane's also falling. It's a trade, you know. That's one of the trades. You kill the Monkey King, but you lose a lot of tower HP and the bottom tower.
I mean, we're 12 minutes in, 7 for 4. I mean, who do you feel is feeling more confident with the opening to this game, or is it kind of 50-50 still? Would you say, or someone feeling better?
It's swinging towards Aster.
Yeah.
The game is very much for both teams to grab, but Aster was really hoping to get through the early game in a manner like this. Like Underlord not getting crushed, the game not being spun out of control. Now, what I talked about, having this Slark versus Oracle, I think you have the win condition. I don't think this Monkey wants to go super late this game. I think you also have answers to the Beastmaster Vision through your Mirana, through your Slark, and then you get the Glimpse on top of it, which you don't really have an answer to this game. Yeah, so I think Aster's quite happy with the state of the game. I would say this was a slight win for Liquid, getting all that tower damage for the 1 Monkey kill. I would have yeah, I would have liked to not see that if I was, you know, on Aster's side, but at the same time, I think Liquid's feeling a bit of pressure. Let's see. Smoke. Mail. Got his Atos.
Super slippery to find between the Moonlight Shadow and the leaps at the ready. He's a hard hero to catch right now.
They know something's up. Scan hits him. Yeah. Once this Slark gets Aghanims, if nothing is contesting him, I think that will be a really big time for Aster. Like, Aghanims plus Nighttime is huge. It's going to be really easy for them to force these types of fights with... Oh, mid lane, he has to dissimulate. Yeah, never mind. The way that they could start on this Void Spirit, the Slark getting him, of course, will be really good. But every time you threaten with Pit of Malice or Atos, if he gets caught, they can keep him there. They can keep him chained. If Oracle's not sitting behind him, it's very easy for them to stun him to death, silence him to death. Disruptor ulti, of course, super value. Oracle can't save from it.
And do you like sort of the attempted build-up that we're going to be getting from...
Oh, top ruin!
He's going to go in
No,
for
no,
it.
no, 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 he's going to get glimpsed now. He has no to simulate. They just keep the vision on him. Somebody run in!
Ooh,
What is this?
He's standing
but
in a
they're
fantastic
thinking
position
Liquid.
there. Right behind the tree means that they won't catch vision of him from the creep wave, so he needs to be able to play it smart. Bo3, he's not getting out.
He was trying to take the port back. That would have been funny if they let him. Yeah, okay.
And we'll see, because the approach as well this game from Mickey, it's going to be Echo Saber straight into the Nullify. You know, wants to be able to have that Dispel against the Decrepify, and of course against the inevitable Crimson Guard buff that soon, you know, XXS is going to be pumping out for the team. Do you like this? Is this something you can kind of get away with when you've got the backup of an Oracle on your squad?
I think it's very smart. I also think that's what they need, because if he doesn't bring this physical damage into the fight, which the Pugna can completely negate, I think they run out of damage. I don't think they're going to have enough. So I can get behind this build, and I also think it's very enabled by the Oracle. Like, you don't have time to stop and, you know, pick up your BKB. You don't... Skadi doesn't do anything for you this game versus the Crep. It'll be good later, after. So I think he's doing the complete accurate item build. Like, if I had to say, like, there's an optimal item build to do for this game.
For sure.
This is it.
For sure. And in this sort of game as well as Insania on the Oracle, like, how easy is it for him to sort of stay alive long enough in these fights to sort of get the spells off? When you look at Aster's heroes, should this Oracle be terrified, or is it kind of difficult for Aster to get to the backlines and find him?
It's not an easy Oracle game. It's not free. There are some games that are very free. I think this was a big reason why the Mirana last pick happened, is to threaten this Oracle, Moonlight Shadow, get on the angles behind. But at the same time, the reason why it's such a sub-ideal Oracle game is the Slark pick that came after. Because now, even sitting behind Mika, depending on how the fight goes, if the Wukong happens, Slark's still hitting him, stealing his stats, they reset. You're not achieving what you want to achieve with the Oracle, which is like, you want to be winning the long fights. But here, I don't think you're winning the long fights. You need to kill on your stuns, you need to kill on your Void Spirit jumps, you need to kill on your Wukong. If those things don't happen, I think the Slark is going to be king. Of course, Sumail is the real king, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, a couple of kings here on the team. It's going to be hard for Liquid to deal with. Yeah, just about 1,000 gold away from having the Aghanims complete mono. So hitting great timings. Still, Mickey and Zai on top of the board. They're going to go in on Zai.
Oracle's behind.
In the Static Storm. XXS heading over with the Fiend's Gate.
I don't like this for Aster.
Insania's in pretty good position to keep Zai perfectly safe.
This is sketchy. Nisha's position is so good.
And Mickey and Nisha, they're ready to chase. They get the grab here with the Remnant onto Boboka. Boundless strike onto the two, and then they go for more. Zai's in with the Roar onto Sumail. The Wukong's command down. Sumail, they'll get the leap off just in time before Bo3 comes crashing in. So Sumail and the rest of them, Pichu and XXS will escape. They only end up losing Boboka, and honestly, that's... there could have been a whole lot worse for Aster, right?
Oh my god, yeah, that should have been a whole lot worse for Aster. I was so sure that was an absolute disaster, Aster. Oh my god.
They get the rest of them out of there. Space continues to be made. Mono now has the Aghanims complete. Still keeping it close. 8 to 5, 17 minutes.
This is the time to go. You have 3 more minutes of nighttime. And Roshan is also going to be a play. Zai just finished his Helm of the Overlord, and he got the creep. I think with this, they have much more damage to actually kill it. Without it, it would take so much more time. I wonder if Aster's, you know, their mind is at the right place. I want to say yes, but then I see Slark hitting this Mud Golem camp, and I don't know what's going on. I think they need to be out on the map. I think they need to be top already with the Slark. The Slark needs to be in the most...
Yes, Sumail's going in.
Lane.
He's going to try and come in onto Insania, but Insania's able to protect himself and have the Fate Seeding. In fact, Bo3, he's jumped straight in and cleared out Boboka. See Nisha ready to help out as well, but off to the side, Monet, he's got the catch on Bo3. Picks up the first kill, and now he can be ready to look for more. XXS with the setup onto Insania. Nisha got the dissimulate, plays it defensively, backs away from the fight. Monet turns towards Zai, got Mickey, jumps in with the static storms there. Mickey will still be able to finish off Pichu, but now he's caught in the ult. Monet trying to come in with the Shadow Dance, but his ult's about to come to an end, Monet, so he's going to have to be careful how he pushes for more, so it has to be a retreat from him now.
Oof, this game is riding a thin line still. I'm impressed that both teams are, you know, the net worth hasn't swung more than 2K to one team, I think. Both teams are really staying at hot spots of the game. Like, I want to say everybody's at the right place at the right time, but more or less.
And we see sort of this item build as well from Insania. You found this one getting these supports, kind of rushing the Pavis or the Pavis. First item straight up on the Oracle.
My perspective with the Oracle is that you really need to be winning the game soon, or like something good has to be going your way. There is no scaling into Radiant's lineup if the game is even. So I think one of the best buys has to be Pavis. It's to negate some of this damage that the Mirana and Slark's going to be bringing to the lane.
Set up here. See if they've got quite enough control. XXS, he's in with the root. It's enough.
Oh, that's such a big kill.
Nisha coming out down the lane a little too far on his own, and indeed between the Atos and
they're going to catch more top. They're going to catch more top.
Yeah, Monet, he's charging straight at them. First bounce is going to be straight in. Onto Zai. Is there anything to help him out? Mickey gets the Wukong's off from the tree, turns with a boundless strike over towards Monet, but the ults are backups in. Zai goes down. Bo3 is also going to throw his life away as he jumps in. And Monet, he's looking for more. Mickey and Insania heavily on the retreat now.
Oh, so close. Oh, wow. That's huge for Aster. And this is what I was worried for Liquid. For something like this to happen. I mean, the Void Spirit can always die. If he's alone somewhere, one root, one stun, it could lead into so many bad things for you. It could lead into more roots, disrupt the ulti, glimpses if you use your dissimulate. Yeah, it's one of those games where in theory Liquid, they have stronger team fight if spells are clicked in the right order. But Dire also has so many openings through this Slark and what he can do for his team. But it's turning day soon, and I think that heavily favors Liquid. This nighttime versus the Mirana Invis and the Slark, that's when the game is really hard for the backline.
Yeah, I think with sort of the action that's being brought to Liquid, we've seen Mickey does sort of shift back, get the BKB on the way as he disassembles the Echo Saber, and now we'll look back towards getting that Nullifier, just realizing he's got to do everything he can to survive in these fights, especially when there's the threat of Pichu just throwing down these static storms, really putting a limit to his full potential in the team fights.
I think Liquid's play should be to do Roshan. They have the techies, you can mine it up, get a lot of vision, take over the portal, you have the Hawks. This area should be yours, and you're going to have a Wukong in 35 seconds. I think you have damage enough for the Roche, and I think this is your best chance to force the fight. And if you don't get the fight, I mean, you accept getting the Aegis. It's very cool. It can also help you in the game. By no means you win, though. Like, Aster could choose to give it up if they feel like it's a really bad fight, and I still think they're very fine contesting this game. But yeah, I really think Liquid should push the envelope now, not just farm. I don't believe that this Aghanim's beast is gonna make the difference. I could be wrong. It's the new Ag Scepter, so we have Drums of the Slum, which I think is also interesting for your front line versus heroes like Slark and Mirana, right? I don't know how it interacts with healing Beastmaster. Damage dealt, so it's all damage dealt. Okay.
I can give him a lot of survivability.
Yeah.
If he's in, especially if Insane is also able to kind of offer up the opportunity to keep Zai alive throughout this all, outside of sort of bailing out Nisha.
It's to help each other, right? So he can stay in and tank things, so Insania doesn't have to. And then, yeah, hopefully Insania can then help him back later. But they still have to kill somebody. If Slark is hitting and stealing your stats, that's how you're going to lose a long fight as well. There's, yeah. Okay, so now we get to see Mirana after the Gleipnir, what he's buying. He's buying Hurricane Pike. They got Orbit Destruction. It's very strong in this hero. Very strong for almost every carry. Slark finishing Mage Slayer. Also very big deal. They saw the Hawk, so they know they're smoked.
Okay.
Counter smoke.
They're going to smoke up themselves, Liquid. They're happy to try and take this fight.
Yeah. Another Hawk. Slark needs to go in first. Somebody needs to open the fight for Radiant. This Pugnan Disruptor is so vulnerable. Even Mirana can die.
Aster's going to get completely behind the mud, as you say. Now, Liquid very aware that this sort of fight's been looking for.
Lotus Orb.
Clip, but Aster, they've got the vision down here.
There's a Lotus Orb on Shasha S. This can change the match.
And Nisha's going to try and start the fight. He's in straight away. They're going to look to try and burst through. Baboka jump forward from Mickey. He's in with the BKB. The Wukong's command is down. Aster, they have to split. Nisha turns towards Bo3, but Bo3's able to protect himself with the Decrepify. Samel turning over towards Nisha. They've got the root down, and Monet jumps in with the pounce. They've caught Nisha. They've taken him out. Raw from Zai on towards Samel. The 2 mids to fall. Monet, he's still fighting strong. Takes out Bo3. 2 for 2 so far. Monet looks to back off and reset.
Underlord spells. I think Underlord spells going to turn the fight.
I mean, Mickey's going to try and step up into the high ground into this. The Firestorm's there as well as the root. There'll be the buyback straight away from Bo3. They're in a position where Aster can bring in the backup with the TPs coming into the outpost. The glimpses there, brings Mickey back up to the high ground. Big boundless strike down on the 3 of them. The Crimson Guards popped by XXS. Defensive Decrepify and the Fate's Edict here from Insania. Keeping Mickey alive. Actually, aggressive but Decrepify Bo3, trying to limit the potential from Mickey.
Gonna be another glimpse soon.
Mickey standing back, but still XXS and Pichu, they hold the high ground. Another glimpse onto Zai. 2-man root, the Firestorm down once again. The Fate's Edict here thrown down onto Zai to protect him from the magical damage. It's Liquid, they'll back off and they'll leave it as that. So it ends up being a 2 for 2, but Aster, they will expend a buyback on top of that. As Bo3 gets back in the action.
Yeah, I still think what's happening is they're waiting for night, or like if they are able to delay this a bit longer, they have Mirana in this again. This fight becomes a lot harder for Liquid to take. Roche is gonna move position soon as well, so there's a mind game you could be doing, like once it hits 24 minutes something, you know that they cannot take Roche in time and that it's gonna move top. I would start setting up top if I was Aster.
They want to go again.
Yeah.
Liquid's getting straight down here with the smoke. The Moonlight Shadow's there from Aster as Monet sets up onto Mickey. Mickey posts the BKB. Jump forward for Nisha. He's got the grab.
Clark's in trouble.
Remnant's there into the boundless strike, but the heals are coming out from Bo3 as he makes sure that Monet's going to be able to continue to fight fair. XXS in trouble. The glimpse will separate Mickey from XXS, but Bo3's in with the bombs. Blows up XXS. Liquid, they strike back immediately. Get the kill. And they'll look for more, see if they can get the cancel on the TP. They can. They'll catch him, drag him back. 2 kills for Liquid as they quickly return to the same spot of the fight, and now they can move immediately into Roshan.
Oof, tense moments, very tense moments. They're gonna kill it in time before the walk away. Yeah, they got time.
Both sort of scenarios that time round as well. I mean, Aster, they felt they were the ones ready to sort of surprise Liquid with the Moonlight Shadow. They weren't anticipating Liquid to come back this quickly with a smoke again themselves. I think maybe they thought that Mickey was pushing the lane out on his own. Wasn't the case. The whole of Liquid set up for the fight, and then to move into Roche, get the Aegis picked up on Mickey.
The Nullifier is going to get picked up now as well. This is a game-changing item. I think it can reliably win you fights, depending on the scenario. Like getting the right Nullifier together with follow-up, it just means dead hero. If it's not Slark or potentially Underlord.
I mean, this thing as well, right? If Nisha and Mickey go on the same target, you know, now that Nisha's got this Desolator, they are going to be able to tear through them with this physical damage. Yeah,
and I really think Aster, they want to get to the backline more with some of their heroes, like and catch them with like this Underlord plus Slark. Slark can spend the fight hitting the Monkey King, and you can still end up on top, but I really think you want to punish this Oracle when you start saving your guys and healing your guys. Like, he's had so much value already. You don't want him to be allowed to cast spells for the whole fight.
I mean, it's kind of insane, right? You look at some of these KDAs.
Insane.
It's not died at all. Actually, it's in the name. Yeah, Insania 203. They've not been able to catch him once in these fights. No.
Yeah, it's also the job well done from Mika. I think he's manning up on his Monkey King, making the game a little bit easier. But yeah, for Aster to... they need to figure it out. If Slark is hitting the Monkey, who's going on the rest? And how are they going to pull it off?
Yeah, someone's got to get to these supports, get to Insania. He's getting far too much done. Now starting to bump up the lead thanks to that Roshan pick up 2k advantage for Liquid, but still an insanely close game here so far to start the first game of the day here in front of the live crowd at Berlin. 14-12, 26 minutes. Liquid, they're ready to continue the push now. They've got 3 minutes of Aegis to play with. BKB now done for Monet.
Bo3 with the Solar Crest, also very strong.
Ready to really enable their cause, make sure that Mickey can just slap back much harder than Monet hits him.
Now you also get to the point, I mean, they picked up a Pipe of Insight on Zai instead of finishing the Ags. It's going to help a lot for people to not get bursted.
Smells fine with the setup. But a lot of shields and protection being thrown down on Tanisha, so not a very appealing target to go on. They'll get the glimpse back onto Zai. Monet's going to try and commit on towards him. Insania with the save. Zai is going to be able to survive. Monet puts the BKB and the Shadow Dance at the same time here. A very aggressive move, and it's going to leave him with limited options to continue the fight going. We'll see if Aster still want to try and find something more here. Again, the setup's attempted on Tanisha. The Fate's Edict's out. And Nisha, he's perfectly fine. He's going to be able to have the jumps up in a second. They can't start a fight like this, Aster.
No. Yeah. Getting the Oracle value, also Pupil's Gift. Picked up on Insania, it makes him really tanky. Oh yeah, 60 strength, 48 agility. Bursting is not going to be easy.
I mean, Liquid, yeah, really taking over the map now, taking these towers, and of course there's going to be this sort of moment where Aster, they have to be very careful fighting into it due to the Aegis on Mickey. Liquid definitely being able to force it, start to build this lead. It's going to be a question of how hard Aster can hit back when that Aegis on Mickey expires, just under 2 minutes.
I think they have to start looking for, I mean, the Nullifier on Slark, I like it. I think it's a good pickup. I do think somebody needs to pick up a Skadi as well, or it will help for these stages of the game, now that we're talking about like massive heals. For sure, coming out from the Oracle, Nullifier can negate all, most of it, but you're still going to have Monkey King, the Jingu. I think you're going to... I foresee these long fights where if you get Skadi, it could be the difference maker.
Sure.
So I don't know if Sumail is going to go through with his Linken's pickup. Obviously, Linken's really good for the Roar. But yeah, I think somebody has to buy the Skadi.
Liquid, they're going to be able to take another tier 2. It just seems in these team fights, it's much more difficult for the supports of Aster to have as much impact as Liquid's, right? You know, you got Pichu and Baboka trying to do the work as a disruptor and a pugner, but most of it's just being completely nullified by the nullifier or just by the saves that Insania is offering up.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that it's because the front line's working out better for Liquid right now. If the front line starts working out for Aster, you're also going to start feeling the pain as this Oracle tech is looking at the fight slowly being lost without having, you know, whatever it takes to contribute. But yeah, the techie spells definitely nicer to use right now than sitting behind as the Disruptor and the Pugna, because no matter what spells they click, it doesn't seem to be winning them the fight.
These arms coming out so fast as well here.
Yeah, so fast. Almost Axe finished on the beast. He's so far. DD bottle on Nisha. Oof.
I think Mickey as well, because he's going to be able to disassemble that Echo Saber again. He's very close to having his own Axe on the Monkey King.
Yeah. This Axe is also one of the items that really allows you to push tier 3s and Raxus, especially having an Oracle behind. Like, it makes Radiant have to react. I don't know if Slag switching to Butterfly is a better or worse choice, but it's definitely a good item to have this game. You're going to go in and you're going to man up to the Monkey, and you do kind of miss more attack speed because you're going to be jumping in and out, and what you're hoping to do is rack up those Essence shifts. So that's the bad thing about the Nullifier, is you're not really building your passive up, which definitely is game breaking in this game. Like long fights, getting the Essence shift on the Monkey or the Void Spirit. Yeah. Essence shift must be really good versus the Universal heroes, right? More so than others.
Yeah, I imagine sure, because it's sort of taking away like just the single element. You're taking away a fair bit of their right click damage, right?
Yeah.
You're taking essentially 0.6 damage 3 times.
Yeah. Interesting. Wonder if that's something worth considering when picking Slark. It's like the Universal heroes in the enemy team. So Slark, he chose to buy his depth shot, right? Like, there's no way he got it from the Tormentor. So he values it in this game, which I think is super good, because Liquid, they only have 2 things, maybe 3, that really can set up the kills, and you can probably tank 2 of them, and I think the depth shot then will save you and allow you to reset. Super strong item this game. Always going to be strong versus those long stuns with long cooldown, or longer cooldown like Roar. Yeah, interesting. Interesting that they picked that up. Smoke, they want to fight this.
Oh,
Vegas is out.
Stepping up, they're going to get the start onto Boxy. Limps back into the arrow. Monet commits with the Shadow Dance, but he's going to get pulled back by the Remnant. Nisha's ready to jump the backlines. Post the BKB, looks straight towards PQ. PQ able to get down to the low ground side, turns with the Roar onto Baboka. They'll take out the Pugna. And now, looking for more. Mickey jumps in, turns towards XXS, goes with the Nullifier, but the Lotus Orb was there, reflects the Nullifier. Doesn't seem like Mickey cares, though. Continues to stay on top of XXS. XXS tries to push himself away with the Ogre Seal. Monet finds the chance to turn and take down Boxy. XXS attempts the TP, but the damage is done by Mickey, as Liquid more than happy to take the fight that Aster present them.
Wow, yeah. These backliners, they're not enjoying this playing against this Void Spirit, and I think it's only going to get worse.
We're seeing each time Anisha now, just BKBs, gets in, huge amounts of damage done thanks to the Desolator. Mone's still able to survive throughout each and every one of these actions, 6-0-2, and is still making good steps towards the Butterfly. But at this point in time in these team fights, he's not quite able to do the damage quickly enough to really give at least any of Liquid's cores any sort of threat. Mickey Zai and Nisha still standing strong in most of these later engagements that we've had, and they're ready to look for more. Liquid sweeping across the map.
This new Fate's Edict from Oracle, it's so strong with the Monkey King. Like giving him this BKB when he goes in, or Magic Immunity, and not disarming him. Wow, what an ability! I really think it's what's also enabling Mika to go for these aggressive plays, aggressive jump-ins, and yeah, not worry about ever getting low. It's that simple.
Especially sort of against the lineup of Aster. Quite
Torment
a lot
are
of
being stolen.
Relying on the magical damage. And nothing Aster can do about this one. We've just got to let Liquid take it. Shard secured here for Insania. Something else to really be concerned of in the fight, just these additional heals coming in. It's, Insania, as I say, still yet to be found in any of these fights.
I don't think you can save buyback on this Slark. I think you have to buy an attack speed item. If that's what you're going for. I don't think the Nullifier cuts it either. So I would much rather see him finish his Butterfly, but I don't think he can wait for the buyback. I wonder if he's going to... Most people take the Shoutdance attack speed. I think both are really good, especially if you have attack speed already. I'm curious to what he's going to go for now that you're buying the Butterfly. Because you also want agility gain, stolen Essence Shift per stack. Does that mean that they are getting -2 attribute loss per hit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, an extra one stolen.
Yeah. So
I think that one's always the appealing one, because that, already like to see the big numbers as a Slark.
it's appealing, but the other one is definitely
probably the more sensible.
Better for fights,
especially if you're
better
behind,
for a lot of the item
and
build.
you're not getting the kills in these fights. You've got to make sure the next fight you turn up to, something's happening in your favor.
Yeah. But I think you should buy the butter and go for the right talent and steal some more stats.
All right, let's see.
Keep the fight as long as you can and start hitting this monkey or beast or voice spirit, whatever you can get on top. Harpoon finished on Nisha. Oh my god, I don't want to be this disruptor or Pakna. It's tough.
Not really a lot to do that they can sort of save themselves.
Shasha S is buying the Nullifier. Okay, I see what they're doing.
Close as well. Just a few
very close.
They're going to have these sort of two items done, the Nullifier and the Underlord, the Butterfly on Slark.
It's smart. Albert, though, being finished on Zai, it can definitely change the outcome of the fight. If you get it clicked on the right time, I mean, there's only one hero you really want to click it on is Slark, but it definitely will have value on Sumail, and it allows you to break the link-ins for the roar on him. Yeah, so that's really big too. Zai is now top of the net worth. He's been the most farmed hero on Liquid for the most part, I want to say.
He's having a fantastic game.
Yeah.
Closing in on the level 20 as well. See Liquid, their next move is almost certainly going to be looking towards the Roshan. We're going to see it back up in just under 20 seconds. And has just, fortunately for them, will be spawning up on their side of the map here at night time.
You see some. This is night time. This is also go time. But I don't know if they saw anything with that ward sentry. They're smoked as well.
Let's see how prepared
Monkey King.
are. Monet, he's going to look for the backlines. He's going to look for Insania. Straight away goes for him, but Insania's able to protect himself, and Nisha turns with the Remnant. The Roar's there as well. They hold back Monet through the BKB for now. See if XSS can look for more. He's going to try and charge down Bo3 able to split to the side of the fight, but will still end up going down. They're taking out the two of them, but the immediate buybacks come out from Liquid. As Liquid, they want to keep this fight going, but Monet finishes off Insania. XXS, he's into the Fiend's Gate, and he will go down. The damage is done before he can safely get away. Monet, he's building up the stacks. He's got an awful lot of them. Turns towards Nisha, but the balance strikes there. Holds back Monet. Monet up to the high ground on the retreat. He'll get away.
Oof, this is going to be interesting. There's still a Wukong.
And both teams using the buybacks there. The big one coming out from Liquid, though. Mickey buying back to try and secure that fight for Liquid and push Aster back.
It's worth it if you can get the Roche. Just 40 seconds on the Underlord. I really
Liquid,
wonder...
they're continuing to go for more. Mickey, he's going to go in full aggressive. As he's not able to actually catch Pichu. Pichu's able to bounce away.
There's no Oracle. He's going to die.
Monet goes to Mickey. Mickey pulls the BKB. He tries to get out there, but he's out. Out for 100 seconds. They're trying to kill Monet. Monet's still alive. He bounces out. Monet will live. Another pounce available. The Slug survives.
Holy shit.
I mean, look at the man go. I mean, look at the Essence Shift stacks as well. That's why you take the right one.
Oh, this is not good. This is not good.
He's going for more. Monet building up the big old numbers. Looks towards Zai. Zai will be able to take down Baboka, but I don't think he can stand his ground against Monet with this amount of seconds. Look at this time with the halberd. And in fact, Monet, he's a little bit scared. He's going to jump out for now, see if he can reset a bit, heal up. Zai, he turns with the Hawk, sends them straight down onto Pichu. He's got the backup of Insania now. Monet, maybe going to consider to go for more, but the ward is down, so Monet not able to benefit from the Shadow Dance right now. He's not healing up yet. He wants to try and find Insania. First bounce, and again, see if Zai can do anything to help out. Going with the disarm again. Monet, he's still pushing forward. He's got so many stacks to play with, but he's going to get caught in the rain.
Oh, this is so sketchy.
He's got to be careful. Starting to run low on the mana.
Yeah, now he's wasting his time too. I feel like Aster somehow managed to waste waste a lot of time there. Liquid managed to waste Aster's time.
I check this out again. Now, Mickey,
there's
he
Gem on the
really
ground.
wanted to chase for more here. Goes in for that attempt to bring down Monet, but ends up in a dieback situation. Same, of course, for Bo3. He brought back to try and make that play happen for Liquid, but it ends up being Aster taking a huge sort of pickup from that fight. Monet getting a huge boost now up to level 22, and he's got his next item done. Picks up the Basher.
Yeah, the Basher is really a big deal, but at the same time, I want to say it's almost no harm, no foul. Like, they're still going to get this Roche fight that
That's true.
they want. I think
They lost the gem as well.
They did lose the gem, which is really a big deal. Now they're going to be able to get back here, potentially before Liquid gets the arsenal set up. You see Bo3 now, he realized he was running bottom. I was like, I don't have time for this. I have to go back to the Roche area. This is a fight for area. Find the ward. But you know, this Slark running around with the gem, he got a bit weaker. He lost his treads. He lost all the stacks that he got in the fight. This is still not easy. This is still not easy if you're Aster, like having to walk into this. But I think they have to. They should.
I mean, you're going to know that Liquid will be super set up around this spot, though. Use the Moonlight. It was caught by the vision of the Hawk, so Liquid, again, super prepared for this fight that Aster's going to attempt to bring them. Somali's got his next big item done. Huge DPS potential coming out from now. He's got the Daedalus complete.
Oh, random arrow. Almost connected.
See how much Aster want to push in on this.
Yeah, Aster do want something to happen in the next minute if they can.
This is going to be such a hard fight to go for. You're going to know the Liquid's up here on this high ground and they're setting up with the mines. It's a really difficult fight to enter as Aster. Who's going in first?
You can put a Lotus on the Slark and kind of jump in with him, but I don't think that's enough. Like, it still is not going to open up a fight for you. Oh!
That's the Gleipnir. Now to follow up as well, but Insania is more than prepared with backup if required. Still not enough to allow Aster to enter into the fight.
So lovely to be an Oracle when your team is doing this for you. You have Techi's Mind, you have all these summon, people are killing the wards. Like, Slark is looking for the Oracle, surely, definitely. Look, they know. This is what I talked about before. They don't have time to finish the Roche.
Right.
Roche is going to make the move bottom.
Yep.
So why hang around here? Like, let's just get ahead of the game.
Yeah, Bo3's got to start setting up over here now.
Yeah. Just the right play. This is a new Dota for you. And they realize, but there's no way you take this...
You can't do it.
Radiant lineup. No.
There's no way. You can't do it in 20.
If you get it low, you're just helping Dire. Or really? I mean,
can they?
Honestly, I'm surprised with
no
damage. But if they would have started 10 seconds earlier, I think they had time.
I mean, maybe. But indeed, as you say, they're only at the moment.
If they started 10 seconds earlier, they had time. Now it's going to run away. What the hell is going to happen now? Why are you hitting it? You're just hitting it for the item. Does kinetic work? Does this work? Kinetic work?
What? It does. They've got it.
No way!
Oh, Liquid's going to be so surprised. Like, where's the Roche? She's not coming through the Tween Gate because Aster, they've got the control.
All right, somebody tip this disruptor. Somebody tip him, man.
Like, that was sort of between that and the stuns. It was enough. They're able to kill Roche before he's able to make his nice trip back to the Radiant side.
I was all on board what Liquid were doing.
I think Liquid was as well. They were like, there's no way. There's like, we can go down bottom. There's no way they can do it, but they could. They get it.
Oh, that is such a huge problem. And they put I love what they did with the Aegis, putting on Sumail, not the Slark. Sure. I don't think the Slark should rely on the Aegis. In the fight, he doesn't want to die with the stacks.
No.
Having the cheese, I think, is good enough. I don't think he should be carrying the gem for the fight, but walking around with it right now is fine.
You see this again. Arrow was coming in as well. I'm not quite sure if it was maybe the field did it or not, but either way they had like the arrow.
The field definitely stopped it, but yeah, together with the arrow, that seemed to be enough.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was close, too close for comfort. But still.
These new moves that you got to be prepared for in this patch. I guess now, even though the time is going to be there at the top and you're expecting Roche to make that move, you've really got to anticipate how much stun the enemy team has, because maybe they can just buy that extra few seconds required to take him out before he heads over.
And this is also, I don't think he had, I think maybe he had the Daedalus for the Roche, but this is this is one of the unique things about, carry Mirana compared to others. It really feels like a glass cannon type carry, being so much damage to fights, like burst amount of damage. So yeah, between him and Disruptor, I guess they had the Roche. It didn't even look too close, because there was still plenty of time on the kinetic field.
Yep.
Oof, Sumail getting low from these mines. Another one. Fun stuff.
Oh, they want to go.
After he gets the Satanic on Mirana, I think he's going to be a beast. He's going
to be huge, right?
Yeah, he might even be able to go in first after a few spells have been cast.
What is the talent that you like seeing be taken anyway on 25? I mean, you're taking the stars when you go for the extra arrows.
I think usually you're going to go for the Sacred Arrows, just for the backline effect and the vision. If you ever hit one of those, it kind of wins you the fight. And the Starfall, it's not really like it's winning you the fight. Plus,
No.
like even the cast animation at this point is less damage than one crit. More like the one potential hit can be a lot more damage than.
Yeah, look at these crits come in.
Yeah. So
1,000 damage a hit, pretty much.
I don't think you ever take the Starstorm damage. You just wait for level 30 for that.
See, next time pickups coming out as well from Liquid. We've got the Silver Edge complete now.
Oh, there's
Nisha.
smoke. Look at this. Slark knows something. What is this?
They're going to fight Baboka. Ooh.
Jamel,
They can get more.
Aegis
They're going to look towards him. He's out with the leaps. Actually, turned it was Monet with the boundless strike. The Moonlight Shadow Aster keeping their distance and keeping under the cover of the Invis. So Liquid, they'll just take the one.
MKB finish on the monkey, so the Slark can die. Very quick fashion, and it also helps cut through the Underlord, who he has a pipe. He has the Martyr's Plate, 20% magic resistance,
That's
redirect
a great one.
20% of all damage dealt to your allied heroes within 900 rate towards you for 8 seconds. Wow, that's a pretty interesting item.
Liquid, they will be in position again to go for the Tormentor.
Yeah, where are we at with all the shards? I mean,
Probably reaching the maximum. Yeah, it's going to be going the way of Mickey.
Smell would really like a free shard.
I mean, Liquid, they're not afraid to fight, despite the fact that Aster have the Aegis in the cheese. They're going to try and make the jump over the
force
wall.
up before the no fire.
Forced back to safety, and now they can look to turn. Mickey, it's going to be focused by Monet. Quick Remnant grabs Monet, drags him back from Mickey for now, allows Mickey to put the BKB. Liquid, they've got to be careful. It's Aster. See if they can find something. They get the glimpse back onto Bo3.
He's looking for the Oracle, he's finding him.
It's looking pretty dead here, Bo3, as that'll be the first casualty of the fight. Monet wraps around, looks to Nisha. Nisha out with the Dissimulate. He's away. He backs off. Just the two supports here, one for each side. Mickey's going to try to jump back in. He gets the grab on a Baboka. Baboka's out. Rora's well on XX. It's the Harpoon, dragging him back into the Wukong's command.
No
Liquid,
buybacks.
they'll take two more. 3 dead on Aster.
I don't know if they know about the buyback situation on all of them, but I feel this monkey could almost man up and hit the base. Yeah, Liquid are they're still winning the game, even though I think this Aegis should have made a difference. It's going to run out in the next 45 seconds, so no Aegis fight for you, but you're going to have a Satanic Mirana. Now we get to level 25 territory. You kill these types of heroes and you just see the levels jump up. Like level 24 on Beast, level 23 on Void Spirit, level 24 on Monkey.
Monet, he's got his next time done. Full Bloodthorn complete. So if they get any sort of lockdown, or if he gets sort of the backlines on top of Insania, high chance that he'll be able to shred through these heroes.
Yeah, this is Zai. Zai's hero is so strong in this game with the Hex and soon 30-second less cooldown on the Roar.
A lot of things that Monet's got to watch out for if he's trying to sneak around for the backlines. If they're prepared with sort of vision advantage, which for the most part they have been with the way that Zai sort of laid down the Hawks around the area that they've been looking to battle. It's getting harder and harder for Monet to play the fight in the way that he wants to.
Yeah. Well, they finally gave up on having the gem on Slark. I don't think he should have been carrying it for that last fight either. It might have made him confident enough to kind of go in, having the cheese on him. But I do think they have to make something happen with this Lotus and this Lincolns that they bought and the Slark. I don't know if you put it on him or you just need the Lotus, but you kind of have to go in on some type of target and make sure that the Slark's getting enough right clicks on him. Because if not, you're just kind of waiting for Liquid to get their opening. They have the double Harpoon now.
Yeah, we sort of saw how well that came into action last time around, just keeping people in the Wukong's command, dragging them back in their final moments as they attempt to step out.
Yeah, bottom push. And
They've got eyes on
anyone
Monet.
that gets found here yeah.
They see him with a Hawk. Zai, he sits up with a vision, but it's deep in the base. They won't go for any follow-up.
That's enough to force all the TPs.
I mean, this is exactly what they have to be very wary of now. Aster, Zai, constantly able to play off the vision advantage and look for those sort of setups that catch Monet by surprise.
Bloodthorn on Slark, getting stronger and stronger. This will help. I mean, this will help on the burst, but it will definitely help if you manage to isolate the Oracle. You can make sure that he dies fast, even through all the help that he might get, like if you get the Nullifier plus the Bloodthorn on him.
Liquid more than happy to fight. Of course, now the Aegis has come to an end on Sumail.
Oh, mid lane, he's dead.
He's trying to walk back to base, but caught by the Nullifier, dragged back by the Harpoon. Pichu's out for the fight. They even get the grab of Baboka. But dragged back, he's out with the Invis, and he'll make it away. Monet, he's going to push aggressively straight into the heart of Liquid. Has to pounce out. They can't take the fight outside of the base now, Aster, especially once they're 4v5. It's surely too risky.
Kill those creeps. They really need to kill those creeps.
So if they can get Anisha jumps in, and he's out.
Gonna be triple arrows flying out from Sumail. Yeah, you see, they start connecting. There's no way to dodge all of this all the time. So, big level 25 timings coming out. So I got his.
How strong would you sort of consider Aster's high ground potential here with their lineup? How easy is it for Liquid to break the base?
It's super hard. Like, they have some of the best spells between the Underlord and the
He's
triple
going to get
arrow.
pound. There are the pounds. Immediately Mickey pulls the BKB, turns towards Monet. Monet standing his ground with the false promise. There's there onto Mickey. Nisha jumps to backlines, takes out Baboka. No buyback available for him. Sumail turns with the glide near, holds Mickey back for now. Monet's considering getting back in on this one, but Zai, he's in with a halberd, puts a stop to the right, clicks on Monet. Monet backs off. With a Moonlight Shadow, see if Aster can get back in for more. There's a Pichu back in the play, gets the glimpse up, but immediately dies. Monet tries to go in aggressively on towards Bo3, but Bo3's going to be saved. Pounds forward onto Nisha, but the BKB's out. Nisha able to jump out with the Dissimulate. It gets out at this, and Zai, he's ready to go over the Roar onto Sumail. They've taken Sumail. That's a triple kill for Nisha. Harpoon onto Monet. Has the BKB to run. As Aster, they've only got 2 left alive. Zai with a full 5-man around him. He can lead the push into the base. Liquid, they can start to look to do some heavy damage.
Wow, this Oracle is doing so much in these fights with his spells. So much. Reign of Destiny.
I mean, we ought to just sort of sit back and watch these racks be taken. The mid-racks are gone. Liquid, they sweep around to the bottom as well. 70 seconds without Sumail.
No, I'm not seeing it. This arc, he's not getting the job done. Liquid seem to be overwhelmingly threatening while being overwhelmingly tanky.
I mean, they're trying to fight Monet. He's going to jump in, but again, the disarm catches him. The nullify as well. They jump straight back in. Monet's getting healed up by Baboka. Caught by the stun. Monet now on towards Mickey.
Okay.
Mickey gets another Wukong's command off. Monet dragged back into the Remnant here for the Harpoon into the Remnant. The Pound's out in time, but Liquid just sort of pushing back Aster, making the space required to go for the third and final set of barracks.
They have to go here and somehow find use of the cheese. Wukong's out.
I see they get the catch again.
Tark, yeah.
Coming out.
Tark, go
Success. See if there's any saving him. Monet tries to step forward, build up some stacks as he turns towards Mickey, but the BKB is off from Mickey. Monet pounces away. The damage has been done. Liquid, they get the mega creeps out. You can do anything with this glimpse. Monet. The backup is there again. Insania's got the false promise back up, and Mickey's perfectly fine. He can turn it towards XSS, gets the balance drag off towards Monet. Monet. Again, he just can't find the time to stay on a target. He has to keep backing off. A buyback will come out from XXS. See if Aster can find something here as they push back Liquid, as they've already lost so much in terms of the base. They'll get Boxy. Zai, what they got the vision for the glimpse. As Aster, they will manage to pick up a couple of kills on the defense. But Liquid, they'll almost certainly be happy to find time to back off. And Zai, he's going to take quite a beating on the way down, but he will still fall. Monet able to pick up the 2 kills. It's something. The question is if it's just come a little bit too late here, Johan.
I think it gets really hard to play this type of high ground defense once you don't have the vision from the buildings and the anti-invis from the buildings to protect you. Like, you're limited to more like smaller and smaller part of the map, and increasingly these techies and beasts are going to keep throwing stuff inside your base. They don't care. There's no borders for them.
Let's see if Aster can find another fight, of course. You know, level 25 on the slot, they've got that extra essence shift duration. Monet's still strong. If they can find any sort of pick off straight off the back of this.
You have to go to the Roche area because you're not ending the game. So I think your best chance is to go to the Roche pit, pick up the Aghanims, free Ags, and Cheese. You can probably do both, like get this tower and go bottom. And then I don't know what it is you need, but you need some item that allows Stark to jump in and stay there longer. They have a Lotus Orb, they have a Linken's, he's buying his own Refresher. I think Refresher is going to be great.
That's going to be huge.
I don't like this. What are you doing? This is not realistic at all.
You don't think they get anything from this?
No, you're not going to get anything done here. Like, there's Ags Monkey standing on the high ground. You didn't level up from your previous fight. And the only thing you got is like a Satanic on Mirana. No. They have to go Roshan now. They just waste a lot of time, so it gets even harder. Like, the one good thing that they got going for them is that they can play with this Underlord ulti. They can play this defend base and connect to a team fight. But yeah, I don't know. This Roche is not theirs anymore. Liquid's going to contest it. And I have no idea how they're going to fight.
He's about to lose pretty much all the stacks that he got from that base defense.
Yeah.
So very sort of
Oh, I don't like what I'm seeing here.
Well, if you have to, you just got to get back to the base. No chance for a fight.
But you lose if they get this. They lose for sure if they're playing against this Aghanims and Aegis. They have some Ags on the Void Spirit. Hella strong. So strong. can always sell it on Monkey and get one for free, get the money back.
They're going to take the risk of just letting Liquid have this and just play for the high ground defense.
But I think the risk of this is like guaranteed. You're guaranteed to lose. But let's see. The the refresher on the Slark, I think is huge. I think what you can imagine or happening is too many charges stolen, too many charges on the Slark. You keep jumping from target to target.
True.
And let's say some miracle he gets over 100 charges. I think you can go throne with this.
Tell you what as well, look, he's going to have a DD rune for this defense.
Ooh,
DD rune and
that does
refresher.
something. Yeah. And refresher, does he have the money yet?
I think he wants to buy, but you'd rather take the refresher over the buyback, right? Because you want to have that one life to live with the stacks.
This buyback, I don't like this Slark jumping in. He also has 0 deaths, you know. I think he played really well in the game. But if he ends the game with 0 deaths, I think it means that his mentality wasn't correct. It's your job, this game, to stay in the fight. And it's, of course, your team's job to help you stay in the fight, but at the moment, I feel like they haven't committed yet enough.
Nisha able to just quickly kill off Pichu. He does have buyback available on the Disruptor. And there it is. Rapier on Sumail, so some big items coming out here for the 2 cores. Monet with the refresher, Sumail with the Rapier.
Rapier on Mirana.
So there's going to be enough Monet. Starting the fight with some good damage onto Mickey, able to bring him down to half HP, but of course Mickey does have changes. They turn towards him, has to put the BKB pounce out. Monet gets away.
Oh.
As the Wukong's command forced out here from Mickey.
Aster.
But the first tier 4 has fallen.
Arrows, not connecting.
And we're seeing the crits here, but pretty much 1900 damage crits coming out from Sumail with this Rapier. Sumail can survive, and if sort of Aster's frontline can play itself, I mean, sort of now between Monet jumping in and Sumail able to have the distance, the positioning to get the damage done, there is a chance now for Aster to find these kills to start the fight. But Sumail, he's going to get jumped. They'll throw down the link as the Lotus Orb is able to jump to the side. Sun catches onto Monet, but the backup's there now with the Hex. Going to get reflected back over the way towards Zai. They're pushing them back. Aster holding the tier 4.
Yeah, there's a really interesting play of the double Death Shroud on the Mirana, sitting in the fight, hitting.
True.
You will only have a few spells in the game. I mean, there's Monkey Spell, Techie Spell, and Voice Spear Spell that can stun through. And Sumail doesn't have BKB. But let's say Sumail picks up a BKB next. You are able to...
They're going to try and go in. See if they can burst through Mickey. They've done it. As the age is gone, they take him down the once. The Lotus Sumail, though, he's getting hit by Baboka with the saves. Depth Shroud's down as well. Sumail, he's going to jump in fully aggressive. Gets caught by the Hex into the Boundless Strike. Though Sumail pounces out. He's still alive. The life drain. Baboka keeping Sumail alive in this fight as they turn. Sumail stands his ground. Manish is in on top of him. Controls him with the Remnant. Sumail's out for 100. He's out of the game. Save for XXS. The final attempt from Aster not going to be good enough to hold back Liquid as Liquid take the tier 4. They'll look to close it up. This game 1 going to Team Liquid.
Wow. Oh my god, what a good game. I think that was one of the best games I've seen on this patch.
Yeah, both teams really giving it their all there. I mean, even Liquid sort of in that final 20 minutes, they had that 30k lead. Aster trying their best to find these ways to hold on. But in all, what for sort of your feelings on this, and you felt that they just sort of, they didn't go as hard as they needed to in that mid-game, Aster?
Potentially, they could have gone a little bit harder on the night times. But at the same time, I get the feeling that Liquid's draft is stronger from what I see. Once they get this Beast, Oracle, Monkey King going, I think you can replace the other 2 heroes, but those 3 together, it looks like a very hard knot to crack. I think this new Oracle, with the way the Fate Edict works, with certain carry heroes, just looks super strong. I think Liquid's the first one to kind of showcase it. Yeah, I think the item choices were really smart on both teams this game. I really don't like that Monet ended up losing the game with 0 deaths. I think that's it is also kind of what I saw in the game.
Go down to have games like this.
An interesting dynamic because we pretty rarely see Caudle play together with the carry. Like usually they don't have that much synergy, but this just means Caudle has more friends on the map when this is his carry choice.
Tylon also picked Caudle plus TB, I think. Also because enemy pick Alchemist, because TB is good counter to Alchemist. Yeah, and I think both teams are they prepared for this. They saw what they picking. Yeah.
Yeah, we have Team Liquid. They're running out a lot of Sumail heroes. I do enjoy seeing that with the Storm, the Ember, the Wind Ranger. They did just get, I mean, they won the game, but they did get beat in mid on the Mirana from Sumail.
Yeah, the hero just seemed a bit underwhelming. Like, I think if he had a similar start with his Wind Ranger from the previous series he's been playing, there was potential that he could have solo carried that game single-handedly from the mid-game momentum. The Mirana fell off pretty hard, and even though he built a bunch of damage items, even with just stats, hit pretty hard, it just wasn't the same as the Wind Ranger. And what I'm seeing from Liquid this game is that they are looking to get those favorable matchups in the mid lane and the off lane, and that's like the benefit of having first pick, and something that we haven't really been seeing Aster have to deal with.
We're seeing a lack of offlaners available. Darkseer banned, Doom Beastmaster banned, Underlord is still in the pool.
I think Aster needs something to deal with Frost Shield, maybe Brewmaster or Oracle or something.
Enchantress? Oh no, they banned it.
Yeah, that's a good ban. They banned it in the same slot last game as well.
Well, they're thinking long and hard about this one. They'll end up going for the Axe. Does that one deal with the Frost Shield properly?
Pure damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a carry that Liquid could pick, rotate Alk to mid, that dominates the Axe? They already banned the Monkey King. Ursa's not the best versus TB. They could still consider it. Axe, generally a hero you want to punish in lane because he does farm very fast if he's allowed to just rush that Vanguard and cut creeps with his spin.
I think maybe Muerta could be a pick here. She's good against the Terrorblade. She has magic damage, which fights well into Axe Berserker's Call. It's a carry that we've seen Liquid play a decent amount. That will commit their Alchemist to mid, but I think there's a lot of value in this game in saving Zai's pick for last, even though you do see the Terrorblade matchup, because I think the offlaner in this game has the potential to solve the entire draft in the end. Something like Necrophos could be an amazing last pick for them, or they could even get it now, maybe. I don't know. Feels like an interesting option. I don't know. Maybe it's not as good as I think. All right.
Oh, Underlord's still in. I didn't even notice that hero. He's always been picked against these high base damage heroes because his aura only reduces base damage, and Terrorblade's meta is one of the few bonus damage spells in the game that is base damage, so illusion heroes and stat heroes do not end up dealing any damage into the Atrophy plus Crimson.
Atrophy Aura is 1200 range?
Yes.
Or, okay, so there's nothing you can do about it.
So we're all on board with last pick will be mid, apart from potential flex for Team Liquid on the Alchemist?
No, I think
The combo?
Alchemist it's cool for carry. They can find a chance to kill Axe.
Yeah, I think if they maybe start Boxy bottom, like Faithbeyond's saying, like they could try lane him briefly and use the Alch concoction to get an early kill. That's something that should be enough to maybe Alchemist or Axe ends up farming against the Alchemist, but you can end up rotating the supports away, trade farm with the Alch, and usually Alch's pretty content with that if he gets off to a good start.
Yeah, I think Liquid just need to pick a magical damage mid.
And I hate to say it, because I do love Baboka as a gas station, keeper of the light, filling up the mana all the time. But is there potential for the keeper of the light being played by Sumail still?
That is an interesting idea. I actually kind of like that idea in this game because you don't have, aside from chakraing the Terrorblade, you don't have a good pairing, and Aster might benefit from playing really fast with Sumail in this game. Just last pick some hero that has good tempo and run at them, and I also think Liquid won't expect this, and Caudle has, when you're the first pick team, Caudle has no terrible matchups mid, right? He can work against anything.
And maybe like Skyreth Mage has a high burst damage, plays with the Axe.
Could be a thing.
Caudle can connect to these kills. they're banning out like gap closing mids that traditionally free farm against Coddle, but don't generally farm that well against other mid matchups. So I think they might be setting up exactly what you guys are saying. And I'd love to see that. Coddle as a core completely changes the dynamic of the hero. You're no longer following people around. You're connecting to fights with the early boots of travel. Because you have the innate mana sustain from your third spell, you can just simply rush those, have them around 7-8 minutes.
And it's a great game for a fast Spirit Vessel if he's playing mid. There's a timing here where you can kill Alchemist 2 or 3 times before he gets a Dispel, and then his timing is just completely lost. So
Yeah.
could be interesting.
Then we also have to consider that the Pugna is still in the pool if they wanted to go for that again. But we'll see what Aster is going for this one. As they have to choose first. They've got a lot of time left in their bonus time, though, a full minute, so they can take their time in solving the puzzle. Is there anything that they lack in their draft, in their lineup? Oh, never mind that. That's a Bounty Hunter.
Talked about it last game. Yeah, this feels like a Coddle mid.
Yeah. Is that a Coddle mid or Bounty mid?
It could be Bounty mid, but it's a blind matchup, right? He can get counterpicked really hard if he's mid, so... Can you...
Yeah, looks like a Coddle mid. Because you can play against every hero. Yeah.
Is there a hero that can like match the global presence of the Coddle, like in the mid lane? Like what should happen is both mid laners are going to trade farm, assuming it's a Coddle mid. And because you talked about this early Spirit Vessel Sin, there's going to be a lot of pressure scouting out from the bounty. There's really nowhere for Liquid to hide. They have to counterplay. Underlord doesn't really want to move from his lane. The supports plus Alk, if given a lot of assistance from the mid, can easily fight back against this early aggression from Aster.
I think maybe they can pick a left rack and just farm.
That is a route.
The traditional counter to Keeper of the Light has always been the Nyx Assassin, but I guess with the Bounty Hunter in the pool, that hero is no longer in contention.
Yeah, we haven't... Oh, okay. Queen of Pain. That's a fine lane for Coddle, I think. And a big part of why you pick Queen of Pain is to win your lane. But I don't know if Nisha can... Like, can you pressure Sumail in this lane at all?
I don't think so. I think any hero that doesn't have a lot of wave clear, what happens is Coddle just blasts the lane into you and then you get farming underneath your tower.
Yeah, I think it's a fair pick for both teams. Team Liquid just they need magical damage and pop it.
How do you start with Boboka in this game? Do you start tri-lane, safe lane, and pressure Underlord, or do you just start 2-2-1? Because Axe Bounty Hunter is a weird lane, right?
Yeah.
So.
This bounty must to find some chance to kill top. Yeah.
Counted for it, the Underlord doesn't have a good game. So I'm definitely liking Aster's draft a lot this game, and I'm looking forward to how they utilize Boboka's vision plus the global presence from Sumail to consistently just be running at Liquid.
I think it would be a fan service from Aster to win this game. Can we get a third?
That would be nice
I'm slightly biased on my end, but let's find out what happens in the second game of this best-of-3 elimination series. We're heading over to a commentary duo of ODPixel and NoTail.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, absolutely looking forward to this game too after such a fantastic start to this series with that game one. Johan, what do you make of the draft this time around? We're seeing this time, Sumail gets that sort of call first pick in the draft. Liquid, of course, they ended up getting Nisha, the Queen of Pain. What are we going to get in terms of this mid matchup and in terms of sort of the overall game flow?
I think it was a really good last pick. I was thinking really hard, like, what do you pick? Because you have to pick against Coddle, you have to pick against the Bounty Hunter, because they can flex it to either one mid. I don't know if I've seen Sumail play Bounty Hunter, but so I think Queen was like a good find. It was a good middle ground. I would favor Liquid on how the game might flow and how the Alchemist might just hit his timings. And with the Lich armor, it's going to be unstoppable. There's not going to be the damage in the tank. But yeah, it depends on other things too, like the Vessel and how Axe's game goes. Because Axe has a lot of potential with Blink Blade Mail versus this hero as well. You see, again, I think level 1, it dictates so much of the game. Aster had an unfavorable level 1 last game, so let's see if they can figure this one out.
Let's see there. They've got the high ground position, but Bo3's already setting up. Make sure they've got the vision advantage despite coming in from the low ground Liquid. So hard for Aster to really strike from surprise, and Liquid, they'll sort of just opt out of this area completely, not wanting to fight Aster in this sort of setup.
So Bounty Hunter CM as a support duo is really, really strong. The potential for shutting down heroes early on is high. I'm quite interested. They meet up in an early scenario tri-lane before Underlord gets Vanguard. They could also get a few kills on bottom lane. I wonder how they'll look to play the bottom lane with the Axe and the Bounty, if they're going to go for the Battle Hunger and a lot of harass. I mean, his skills is level 1, I think you normally would. Or if he's going to start counting the waves to get to Vanguard quicker, because Lich Alk is really strong in this patch. Okay. It looks like 3 bounty runes for Aster this time around.
Well, yeah, last time as you said, we had Liquid getting 4, so at least Aster starting with that in their favour.
No first blood for Liquid on top of 4 bounty runes either.
Not the sort of start you want to be going into the best of 3 in. And indeed, whilst it was a crazy game, may have been the beginnings to at least some of Aster's issues in that game 1.
Yeah. And also, what happens with the mid lane when you go for the rune fights, I think is going to be very, very important. Bounty Hunter can cause a lot of damage on these rune fights. He can outtrade most supports. He can also show up and kind of take the rune from the Queen, and there's nothing Queen can do about it. So I think Boca plays a huge part in how this early game is going to go. And yeah, overall though, if the game... Oh, top lane, they're setting up for a triple...
They are. They set up with the tri-lane to look for the first blood. They know how valuable it is to get it, and they will. Bo3 claims first blood as the 3 of them take down Pichu.
Sania spending TP to get back bottom. I think this was really smart. Very well done. Boca taking the opportunity to cut the wave, and they're not going to be able to meet it. What's happening here though? He's trying to pull this big can. 1 creep goes back. Oh. Well, another first blood for Liquid. But yeah, back to what I was saying about like overall mid-game, late game. I think they get an advantage at some point through the TB. There's a lot of small things that can happen with Lich armor. You can still win the man fight as Alk. There's of course the vessel timing that I think is really important to use, but Coddle will fall off later. I don't know if this TB late game will have an edge unless he's decently ahead. But definitely Liquid, their strongest timings will happen with the Radiance, I want to say. That's the one that they really want to use before TB is ready to fight as well.
Sure, so if things go to plan for Liquid, they want to be getting aggressive earlier. Like,
yeah, I think so. I think they're going to hit these nice timings between Alk, Underlord, Lich, and the Glimpse, and they can really take over the map, threaten Roshans, and force Aster to team fight. And the only way Aster really fight, is through some Vessel, Coddle, and Blink Dagger Axe.
And how does sort of this bottom lane work out? I mean, for now, Access has sort of been left on his own. And I'm going to try and go on him. See if they can take it. They might actually be able to finish him off there. Under the tower they go.
Oh, this is bad if he dies. Oh, this is so bad.
They've got him.
Oh,
they punished the fact that he's been left on his own.
Yeah. The pain. That's very painful. Bounty Hunter was going for action top, which is why it wasn't kind of bottom. Top lane though.
There with the frostbite into the metamorphosis damage. Bo3 will be able to glimpse back Monet, but Monet still able to reach in and take him down. So a kill to be found for Aster up top.
Okay. In this, right, are we done?
They might be able to step off for Zai.
10 sticks this time around. There's going to be another CM spell soon. If he gets the mana for it, he doesn't have the mana.
No! He had the courier,
He goes for the courier instead. A misclick or intentional there, do you think?
I think it was misclick.
I actually think he could have gotten it. I
Probably would have right with the right, unless maybe sort of Zai rolled lucky with the damage block.
Exactly. Yeah, if he gets the damage block, I think he lives. I think he was like 40 HP, so if he doesn't...
So Zai sitting
now the
pretty
glimpse
low.
coming on the CM if he makes it. No. Oh. I did not expect that. Zai should be getting his Ring of Health. That's going to be his choice of item. I think he will be in this lane. Axe already has his. So bottom lane, they have this opening before Vanguard gets his, before Axe gets his Vanguard. But if he gets Vanguard, I think the only way they reliably kill him is going to be through rotations from the cores. So it's kind of a race, like getting it really quickly. Where are we at with the mid lane CS? Very even. Free farm for the Queen. Well, is also getting most of the last hits. More universal hero stuff. Race through Coddle. Is universal this one too, right?
The Keeper of the Light, he is not. No, he's still in.
Not. So he chooses to go for the Bracer anyway. You're seeing a lot of universal hero stuff. Oh, mid lane, he doesn't have Blink. There's a block grenade.
At the same time, Liquid's trying to block off the escape from Monet. Won't be able to trap him away from his tower. Monet still makes it away and back over in the mid. Not quite able to find the opportunity to kill him. But Boca will settle for the courier. Monet.
Monet.
I mean, it's saying he's actually going to find him.
Sticks.
Off to the side of the lane. Indeed, with the stick charges, he'll stay fine, but pressure starting to get put on this top. Might require extra backup to come in, especially when Liquid shows up with both supports here. Bo3, he's going to make it over, try and match it here, keep it a 3 for 3.
Axe though, he's having a bit of a hard time getting like all the last hits that he wishes he could get. Top lane, Bounty Hunter.
He's going to try and chase down Bo3, we'll get glimpsed back. Now Pichu himself has to be cautious how far forward he pushes.
So if this Axe, he gets his next 400 gold for free, I think he considers his game really, really good, but it's easier said than done. I think they're going to do everything they can while he just has to ring a health to keep the pressure up on him, make sure nothing comes for free. Starts backing off into the woods. Yeah, he's given up, so we have to really keep an eye on top. Like if top works out for Liquid right now, then Aster's really sad. Side doing everything he can to keep the wave back. Let's see here. It's the same story for both offlaners if you pay attention. Like ring a health, the Vitality booster quick buy, 400 gold away. Mid lane. Also got the Disruptor looking with level 2 glimpse.
Let's see if they can find something. I mean, Nisha more than happy to fight.
Lich is moving in too, so it's going to be the Rune fight. But Bo3 is going to see Boxy, I think. Or Boxy sees him. No, that's a scan. That's a really smart scan.
Yeah, he knows that.
He knows.
Bo3's there now.
But he's going to die if he goes, okay.
And Nisha will be able to get the power in. It's going to be the illusion. Takes it down bottom without any sort of interruption.
Just an illusion. This is like the least important rune, I would say, out of all of them. So you can argue now that you know that the next one that is spawning is not illusion, that you want to put even more emphasis on it if you can. You know the change, right? That they shuffle through all the runes before they can respawn.
Well, they do, right? You can't get the two back to back. Yeah. So the next one might be more,
more
potent, and indeed Nisha.
He blinked in though.
And he did blink in aggressive, but Bo3's going to be able to blast him down to the low ground, but Nisha's able to dodge the blast. He'll live. In fact, ends up being able to stand his ground and help Liquid get a second kill out of that play. Top lane Zai's getting chased out by Monet. One more hit with the Metamorphosis. Ooh. He's actually going to... Okay, there we go, Pichu. He ain't letting Zai get away. Gets in and will manage to finish off the kill.
Well, guess what? Axe got his Vanguard, and Underlord didn't. Underlord's still looking at 150 gold, so he's going to TP back and be like, yo, guys, can I have 2 creeps? And I don't think Aster will agree to that.
I mean, now with that Vanguard done on XXS, how safe is he down here? Is he
very safe? The only way he's going to die is through Underlord or Queen rotations, and even with those, they're pretty unlikely to succeed. You're going to need both supports to hold on to their stun. I mean, you have an Alk stun, so it's not like he can do whatever he wants, but when you're full HP, you know that you're only dying to another core rotation. The 2 supports not going to be enough. Also with a double ringer protection versus the Aster spray, he kind of secures himself a lot more. Oh, Mika though, clearing a big stack. That's a lot of monitos.
We get the Mod Golems as well. Beautiful here with that Grievel's Greed. And very close to being able to pick up that relic. There's going to be some fast timings this game for Mika.
Very fast. Having a very good game so far. It's going to be an 8-minute relic if he gets the next wave.
Let's have an 8-minute power in. Liquid with the setup. Boxy, get the glimpse back. It's pretty far.
Oh yeah, right. Relic is cheaper. He already has it. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not quite able to get him the kinetic field for Bo3. So Bo3's out of there.
Vanguard finished an Underlord top as well. Now you're going to have carries that are wondering whether or not they want to go back top. Because top is always, or like to their safe lane. It's always a risk that they're going to collapse. They have all these angles they can take. Yeah, and both Alk and TB quite susceptible to die at this point in the game, so we'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, invisibility rune. So now we only got good stuff coming. We got the shield rune, we got the arcane rune, we got the DD rune, I want to say.
I mean, Pichu's maybe going to see if he can do something with this as he heads down to the bottom. Oh, no, he's quickly heading back up to the top. Doesn't want to be involved here. But
let's see, bottom lane, action.
They're going to start leading things in onto Insania. Samel, he's ready to come in and offer that extra bit of damage. The blast connects it onto Mickey, but Zai here with the Fiend's Gate ready to keep Liquid standing.
Oh no!
Brings Samel down low, but XX is able to finish off Insania. Mickey's not able to continue to dive this tower. Samel stays alive. Mickey cooking up a concoction, throws it down to XXS. They'll get the kill in return, and Zai, he'll bail out back towards that top half of the map, keep the farm going, and get the 1-for-1.
Oof, yeah, but a much better kill for Liquid.
Well, maybe more actually. Boxy. He's low, Bo3's in. Okay, another concoction ready to help out, but Boxy's gone. Throws it to Samel. Samel would be the big kill, and indeed they get him.
Monet though.
He's turned up for the fight. In with the Metamorphosis over towards Mickey. They've got the armor protecting Mickey, but the Frostbite's there. Locks him in position. Nisha jumps across again to another backliner to burst down Bo3. Both teams bringing in the numbers down there.
Yeah, I mean, a very good kill on Mika. I think it was very important to kill him here and slow him down a little bit before the Radiance. If you're able to kill him one more time, 1,000 innovations, only 300 gold. I mean, you're not going to stop the Radiance. Sumail dies, but he finished his items before. No loss. Nisha getting some good kills. He's very happy about that. I do think the 10-minute rune is super important. It's going to be DD, Arcane, or Shield rune.
I like this as well. Nisha, I don't think we really see this from Quops that often, but he's going to be going for the Aghanim's Rush.
Yeah, Ags Rush. Interesting. AoE Shadow Strike. Ooh, Shield rune for Queen top.
Did get buffed, of course, in the last big patch. Now, when it sort of pops on the hero, rather than just affecting those around the dagger target, also affects them as well. So a good increase to the potential damage that this can kick out in a team fight if you're able to get these sort of daggers laid down, keep them together, which there's a high chance you'll be able to do so, right? You've got the pit, you've got the kinetic field, you've got the slows from Lich. A lot of things to keep people held close together.
Yeah, and it's a nice tanking item. Like it gives you tankability, so it has this full interaction with Lich Shield. Now you're also talking about the Shield rune, so that's quite good. You get Pavis, and all of a sudden you feel like you don't have the damage between most of your heroes to kill a queen. Like you need 5. And Sumail not getting the vessel yet, like going for the travels first. It also means that this Alc with the Radiance, he can join these fights and not feel like anything can kill him as long as he has ulti and Lich Shield behind him. Axe, where are we at with the blink? Over halfway, but still some way to go.
And a bit of a slower start this game. XXS, he's the lowest at the moment out of the cause, but I see actually sort of a fight between him and Zai. Both offlaners having a slower start this game.
Yeah, slower start. But for the game plan, I think Liquid's getting everything that they want.
Mickey is, he's going to be blasting some quick timings this game. And this is, I don't think we've really seen sort of the Yags being rushed by anyone else. So this is going to be one of the quicker times we get on Nisha's quad. We'll see how impactful it will be.
If you're Aster, you must be asking Sumail. Shima Shinkwa.
Indeed. Getting a few Chinese lessons from Faith Bian out back. Shout out to him. But it's getting slow, right? And this sort of pace you feel this only favors Liquid's lineup.
I mean, I'm tensing up right now because I feel that the train is about to hit Aster. I think Liquid's gearing up for a play, and if they involve the Alc, it's a super strong play. For the moment, he is, in the safest part of the map, just farming away for the BKB, and they're making a 2-man smoke into the ancient area.
I mean, they feel strong with the static storm.
Xenia is hanging out nearby. This is starting to look pretty awkward.
The glimpse back, they'll drop the ult.
Can they turn on Nisha here?
Let's see him.
He used Blink. He's 6 seconds cooldown on Blink.
I mean, XXS is in on top of Boxy, gets the call off. Boxy's in a lot of trouble. The Chain Frost will come out. Nisha, Sonic Wave to finish off Baboka and push back Sumail. But XXS, he's able to get the dunk in return, takes out Boxy. So 1-for-1.
1-for-1. I want to say they should have tried moving towards the Queen with the axe, but I think it was very low percentage kill. It just doesn't feel good, You get dragged 4 people mid, Alc is still free farming, you're only trading some supports. Liquid's still very happy. They're very happy with what's going on.
Yeah, they get a reaction out of Aster, right? Monet turns up, uses the Metamorphosis, and he's just coming out with sort of the flat-out trade. That's just space created. Mickey's farm continues to skyrocket in this early game.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of money for the axe. He finished his dagger. You might be able to pull something off, but stun locking the Alchemist to death is very unlikely. You see Mike opting for instant BKB afterwards. I think he knows. If he just joins his team with this BKB, there's no real good way for them to take the fight on Aster, other than trying to poke things from far away. But that opens the entire fight for the Queen, Disruptor, and Underlord to do their thing.
He's going to be so strong, as you said, sort of around the BKB, the Chemical Rage, the
his rushing pipe,
and the pipe.
Underlord, yeah.
He's super close, right? It's just the recipe away.
Yep.
He'll be there soon.
But where's his hood, though? Isn't he supposed to be carrying his hood?
Hood's gone.
Oh, excuse me. There's only a straight pipe. Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, so he's got all the other bits, right? Yeah, because he can, of course, go for the disassemble on the Vanguard to get the quick pipe.
Oh my god. So many different things now.
Only about 600 gold away with that in mind. Just needs the recipe to be finished. So it's going to come out at hot timing.
Yeah, and you're not managing to get the vessel before the BKB.
True.
That feels really bad. That feels really bad. You're going to be picking up the vessel on your mid coddle, which is like one of the main purposes of the hero, is to get an early vessel to contribute to fights.
Sure. I mean, they feel the pressure, right? They've got to do something now just with the Urn alone, and off the back of XXS coming in with the Splink Dagger. They have to find something Aster.
Yeah. I feel like you're kind of playing for a moment in a fight where you have to go for something more unlikely. Like, one-shotting the Queen with your stuns, with your Blink Axe, or even somehow managing to blow up the Alchemist. If everybody's in perfect position and TP gets to hit him and you chain stun him down to low HP, maybe he will still die, but...
That's so hard.
Wow, look at another big stack for him.
He's getting so much money, 11k net worth already on Mickey's out. Complete free farm in this early game, and more.
If you pull this off in your pubs, you are almost guaranteed to win. I tell you that. He is having such a smooth game on Alk.
And that's it, Zai's going to have the components out, so everything falling together here for Liquid. Aster unable to find something there with that smoke attempt, not finding any sort of opening to jump any of Liquid's heroes. So at last game how good Liquid was with their positioning to avoid these sort of moves from Aster, and again it's coming through on game 2.
Oh, I'm cringing inside. It's going to be hard for Aster. So you're rushing Skadi on TV. I believe he's planning to do this without finishing Manta. I think it's a good choice. I think it's a good play. I think what you're trying to do now is let this Alk front line, let him get in a bad position somehow, turn the fight on him with Skadi, and hopefully get Vessel Charge and drag the fight on so his BKB is out, and then you manage to kill him. It's either this or you manage to blow up the Queen. If one of these two things happen, I see the fight going very well for Aster. But it's not easy. It is very hard. Bottom lane.
They're looking at Zai, but it's a difficult hero to go in on. They have pretty much the full 5-man of Aster heading down here, but Liquid, they can set up.
No, this is awkward.
Checking with the dust just to see if Bo3's got eyes on them as Bo3 starts to lay down the tracks. They're going to go in. But, Bo3, he's rather tanky. Bo3 and Pichu, they can't quite kill him off that easily at all. And now the glimpse is there. They'll catch Pichu back into the pit in the Firestorm. Aster, they cannot look for a fight like this.
A blink finish on the Alk as well. Overall, not so bad. Not the greatest, because you didn't have the heroes out on the map either. But,
look at that as well. Mickey smashing records here. 16-minute in, highest net worth we've had yet on any hero this event.
Yeah. Like I said, if you pull this off in your pubs...
you're probably getting the W.
Yeah, it feels good. I'm kind of jealous. These are the sounds you want to be hearing on a casino. Ching, ching, ching.
Yeah, he's getting all the money.
Lots of Grievous greed going on.
All the gold in the world here for Mickey. 14k net worth.
Oh my god, he's so far. And every time I look at his gold, he got a dagger and he's up to 1k. He's going to get a plate mail.
Oh, they're going to
make
fight.
It even harder. Yeah, they're going to fight.
Can they deal with this Alchemist barreling at them?
Let's see here. There we go. He's going to challenge the stun. Smoke pops. He's going to have a blink follow-up. He's going to go for it.
He's going. Let's see if they can do anything.
Oh, they're following up on this.
They're going to try. They've got the Frostbite.
All right, this is awkward. It's a bit awkward for Aster. Let's see. They're choosing to fight this. Okay.
And they're popping the meta. But very little damage being done to Mickey.
Oh no, Boboka.
He's jumped in, but Nisha is ready to respond, goes straight towards him. XXS does get the call onto the two backliners. He's able to get him with the blink, catches both supports, and that will set up for Aster to take down Insania. Zai and Mickey, they're stepping over, they're ready to keep the fight going. Nisha with the Axe is laying down AoE dagger after dagger, catches XXS, glimpses there onto PG, double kill, triple kill for Nisha, and Boboka, he bought back for this.
Back.
I don't know if they can find this. I mean, Mickey, his chemical rage has come to an end, but Nisha, he's still strong.
I was very shocked when he clicked meta and actually went for the... Oh, Moxie.
Strike kill. Pick up a DD. I'm out of the land for an easy kill on Bo3.
You will take those if you're an Aster fan. Yeah, these are the small things that you really, really need to have happen. If you can keep killing some supports, this will also greatly help your chances for the next fight if you can get the track money. But I still see the main two fight conditions being that, I mean, this was good because Alk jumped in blind, didn't get the follow-up, and you managed to kite a bit, and Axe got the double jump. But if you manage to jump Queen +1 and actually blow up the Queen, it's going to look a lot better for you. Or together with Skadi, I think maybe you get an opening to kill this Alchemist first thing in the fight. Yeah. But somebody's going to be forcing Roche soon. They might have to wait for AC on Liquid, but it's not too far away. But yeah, if he finishes Skadi and starts getting close to Manta, or he gets like one certain real rune, Dire might just go for it. Okay, let's see.
His auras continue to be coming out for Zai. He's going to be working straight towards the Greaves next. Even if this sort of damage is there from Monet. Last time around, getting the benefit of that DD runes towards the end to help get the quick kills. Highly likely that Liquid will be able to stall through the fights long enough. Nisha's going to get a few rounds of these daggers off, the Shadow Strike. They're going to be popping and just bursting through the members of Aster because you've got to remember this is a lineup, right? When you have something like the Axe on your off lane, you're just not going to have this aura builder. You know, no potential for any sort of pipe or any sort of buffs to kind of keep you safe against this huge AoE damage that's going to be kicked out from Liquid's heroes.
Yep. I mean, there's a few things we haven't really mentioned. It's like if he actually gets shard as well on Lich, starts becoming a factor too in these fights. Like uses even more. I mean, the movement speed slow I think is really big for the TB and the Bounty Hunter and the Coddle. I wonder what this Coddle, how he's going to find a place in this in these fights, because he doesn't really offer too much to the Queen kills, and you only have the Vessel for the Alk after his BKB. So we see what he's doing now is he's actually building his own BKB, I think, to trade, to kind of survive. If the Queen blinks on him, and you manage to trade BKBs, and then you long range do stuff afterwards, I think is good. He's also going for the other lens, I see. And he has Eye of the Vizier.
The Vizier.
Wow. He has super long cast range. So good vision, tracks, and managing to maybe long range poke between CM Bounty and some TB meta into an Axe jump. Yeah, I can see Aster having certain type of good fight conditions.
Okay. I mean, it feels like a lot rests on, right, XXS getting a good jump. And last fight he did manage to get the catch onto the two supports because he's their front line, and so their front line alone, right? If he collapses, the rest of the Aster is going to suffer in the team fight heavily.
I got one more. If you have Axe Queen putting Shadow Strike on, let's say, 3 heroes, and you manage to jump on him as it's about to expire and you click Blade Mail on Axe, now we're talking. Like, that's a way to really burst him.
It's true. It's going to be an insane amount of damage that Nisha's kicking out. So indeed, if you're able to reflect that could straight up be like a 1500 damage straight back if he's in the midst of a lot of things being going off on the Axe. There is potential, absolutely, if XXS can find that.
What did we get here? We got the Shard, actually, on the Bounty Hunter. I think it's one of the best shards for a lot of lineups. Invis is really strong this patch. Sentries got nerfed. You have less of them. You really need them for wards. You can't really just throw them on the ground, so having this... Look at this.
Smoke XXS. He's able to get in with a two-man call. He's a way to start the fight. If they got the damage, they have to take down Bo3, but not to take down Mickey. Mickey pops the BKB. Chain Frost is out. XXS has gone Sonic Wave to push back the two supports. Pichu's going to get chased down by Mickey and Nisha. And Baboka, he's dead as well. Godlike for Nisha. As Aster, they tried for some sort of a jump. It's not a bad one, but it's just not enough. Catch onto 2 will not do it at this stage as Aster, they'll lose Samael as well. Liquid just storming through the team fights now.
You can't start on Alk +1 unless you're actually killing the Alk. I think if they somehow have something so that they can blow him up, it's a fantastic jump.
I mean,
but if not, you really have to use this Axe jump on the Queen, I feel like. It can't be spent on supports. You're maybe going to kill the support, but you're going to lose the fight.
Yeah, I mean, sort of outside of the call, the only other thing really to control Nisha is a Frostbite, and most of the time, Pichu's just dying before he can get off a single spell, so just this lack of control for this Quap, it's allowing Nisha to go crazy in these team fights, as the moment was he 9-0-4, they've not been able to touch him, as Liquid, they'll step back towards the pit, they'll claim this Roche, pick up the Aegis, and Mickey can start making steps towards his next start, towards that Satanic. It was still just 22 minutes in, he's got 20k net worth on this out.
It's going to be tough. They really want to split push now, but I don't think it's easy. Liquid's not going to let them. You have this Alchemist with AC. I think he easily forces the base if he wants. And Queen with an Aegis is able to run after you, hunt you down, force the fight. So, yeah, if you're Aster, I think you're still looking for what I mentioned before, like this crazy pick-off. Baboka.
They found him. A couple of hits from Mickey and he's gone.
Yeah.
Really feels like they're running out of options here, Aster. We're just 23 minutes in, but this game looking so difficult to try and stabilize.
23 minutes is a lot of minutes of farming for an Alchemist. Oi. There's a glimpse. They caught him.
They find him. They're going to get him down to the low ground. TPs are coming in, but they don't care. They can push forward and take out XXS. Or maybe they've not got detection on the front line. It's going to be off the mark. He's into the trees. He's going to go for the TP. He's actually going to make it a back to base. XXS will live. Pichu on the other hand might not be as lucky. Nisha jumps in with another Screamer. The Glimmer Cape's there again. Pichu also able to escape them. Tower not quite so much as the tier 3 starting to get beat down a bit by Liquid. But they're somehow keeping XXS alive. Did nearly, of course, still die in the fountain there to the scream that came out of the dagger after it came to an end. TP out just in time.
They're not winning the war, but they're winning some small battles here and
They
there.
are.
Yeah.
It's something. Holding on here just a little bit against Liquid, but these items just continue to fly out. We were very close to Zai being able to get that Crimson Guard out as well for the team. We see the pickup from Insania getting this medallion into the solar. Just everything to just enable Mickey to the fullest and make sure that Aster have very little chances to take this incredibly farmed Alchemist down at this point of the game.
I don't know if I agree with the BKB on Sumail anymore. I think you're in a very desperate situation. To be honest, I don't really know what you buy. But I think anything that adds to your... Oh, no!
But what stopped the blink or just a...
Oh, I think it was just a turn rate. He was getting blocked by his allies, and then,
So
you
just
know,
didn't go.
sometimes you turn around your allies, so you don't end up facing your blink direction. And yeah, through muscle memory, you know the blink should have happened by now, so... Oh, boy. It's desperate times. When you see Philosopher's Stone on your offlaner, you generally know that game is hard. It is very hard. Back to what I was saying, though, I don't think you can buy BKB on Coddle in the state of the game. I think you have to buy Hex, or you have to buy, I don't know, something that helps with your offense. Maybe Octarine.
Let's see what they can get going here. Aster are outside of the base, moving around this tier 2 area. So Mickey, Satanic's completed. He can get on his way towards upgrading that blink for the Swift blink. I mean, at this rate, he's going to be kind of completely slotted out well before the 30-minute mark in this match.
It's going to be Crimson as well, finished on Underlord, so that's even less damage from the TB. Yeah, if you find the Queen in the fight, Aegis needs to expire, though. You have to make this happen. Oh,
Glimpse on Monet. She's going to start to tease around with him, but Monet's got the speed to step out in time before the kinetic field sets up. They're going to get the jump back, success! Just onto the one of them, they'll put the Metamorphosis, they'll burst through Insania, but Insania's able to get the Chain Frost off, finally falls. See if Liquid can continue to take this fight after losing one member. I mean, Aster, they want to try and push for more. A 5 into 4 situation is kind of the best that Aster can get it right now. They'll immediately smoke and look for the chase.
Oh, Mika sees.
He's going to go back in. He's going to get the jump on Sumail. Sumail just immediately deleted. But Bo3 as well. I mean, Aster just moments of desperation here, really, as they try and just run at Liquid, look for anything, but they're not getting it. Monet, he's also been found. They get the glimpse back. Mickey's cooking up a concoction, but Monet's actually far enough away to keep safe.
Yeah, I think it's the meta being used for the Lich kill makes you feel like you have to do more with it. And through that kind of stress factor, like, oh my god, we have to go, then you find yourself under their ward, and yeah. Mika getting bigger and bigger, finishes Satanic, but I don't think he'll really need it this game. We'll have to see. I'm really curious what Nisha, so Nisha is finishing, I mean, he got his Kai and Sanj, he's gonna finish his Octarine.
Yeah. Those cooldowns down. I mean, when you have that, of course, with the fact that, you know, that burst from the daggers, you know, setting off the scream happens every time you recast it on someone. You get that cooldown down, you're sort of popping them out every 3 seconds. It's just insane amounts of damage in these fights, and something that just feels too much right now for Aster's heroes to survive through outside of their BKBs.
Yeah. Coddle has not seen an item in a long time. He hasn't been able to go shopping. No money, the map is small. Axe finishing his Crimson. It's gonna help, but there's also, I think, enough magic damage to threaten every hero, except maybe TB. Like, they can die to just spells. So still not, I'm still not seeing the damage items come out that we kind of need. Sumail doing the go chat wheel, I think he's right. It is not gonna get any easier.
Liquid, they're going to be the ones going first into the base, up to the tier 3s. Aster, they've got to respond to this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Nullfire and TB, I think, is a good start. If you... Okay, bring him back.
Cool. It's onto the Chemical Rage. Damn Frost Shielded Alchemist, though. Mickey doesn't care one bit.
Do it again.
I just can't touch this man. There's too many buffs. Liquid, they've got all the tools, really, to just allow Mickey to step up and just not give a single care in the world to what Aster throw at him.
But I think as soon as the meta is out, they're going to feel good to push again.
They're going to try here, Aster. I mean, there's a little bit of a window where there's no Chemical Rage for 20 seconds, but even that, you know, BKB is available, Satanic as well. They're just trying to do something here, Aster. They're going to go for Mickey, but he's already out with a blink. They'll put the meta, they'll take out Boxy. One kill to be found. Not a big one, though.
They're playing it nice and slow. They know that this is in the bag if they don't mess it up in
Yeah.
some crazy fight right now. Roche can spawn in a minute 20, or we'll know. Ogre Seal Totem. I mean, we got the new neutral items. We got Nullifier finished as well. You can see on TB's item builds quite often the state of the game if they don't buy Manta, but they have this Yasha Dragon Lance, and it looks like this, you know, with this Guardian and Nullifier. It means he has a lot of issues to solve, and he can't buy. He can't stop it to buy just a Manta. 30-minute rune. I think it's quite a big deal. These runes right now, like if you get the shield rune at this stage of the game when you're already struggling to kill anything. Illusion Rune Alchemist, why not?
Yeah, always nice. Farm up an extra bit of the map here with those Radiance Illusions, push some waves in, and just sort of close up areas of the map that Aster are actually able to push out and try and fight in. Because right now, Aster, they have stepped over onto Liquid's half of things. Got eyes on Mickey. And as we've seen, has never really been a target that Aster can go for right now. They've got to try and get around to the back lines, get to those supports, something that they've struggled with not only just this game, but last game as well.
Well, if only they knew they're not really in position. They could maybe kill him if they jumped him with everything at once. But no.
Just not going to happen right now. So Liquid continues to maintain the lead. Aster, they'll still hover around here.
Oh, the illusion's cutting the waves.
Yeah, they've got no creeps to play with. And the illusion rune paying off big time. It's going to last long enough as well by the looks of it to catch another creep wave from both the mid and the bottom. So really tough for Aster to fight out like this, but yeah, taking any risk right now. As Aster know, that's the only real way back into this game. They've got to try and catch Liquid by surprise.
They killed Tormentor, right? Aster? I don't remember. They actually did.
No, it's still up. Or maybe they got the earlier one.
Yeah, I'm thinking if they got the earlier one. I think they maybe.
Yeah, I think they did, but they got there for the bounty onto the shard. That's how he got his. Liquid. Bring down a Fiend's Gate. Mickey, he's just going to go straight to Monet. And Monet's caught in the pit. Nisha jumps forward. They've got to try and bail this Terrorblade out of here, Aster. As Monet's in trouble.
Okay.
He'll turn with the Sunder. He gets pulled back by the Fear Insania. Jump forward for XXS. He'll control Mickey for now, but it's only going to last so long as Mickey, he can continue to push forward. Pops the BKB straight over towards Monet. The concoction thrown down to Pichu. He gets the stun onto the boat for them. Sonic Waves there. They finish Monet off.
Oh my god.
The Terrorblade's out for 70. No buyback on Monet. As XXS is also going to get caught. The glimpse. It's there. A third hero down on Aster. As it really is looking to just be borderline impossible for Aster to come back in on this one. No doubt.
Yeah, I mean, there's no real way to deal damage on your supports in these fights. They have their BKBs. They're not high damage supports. And again, Sumail cannot find a foot in this game.
He's just finished the BKB, but as we see, he spent so long trying to get that right. It's been a huge slowdown to him. One of the games where we've seen Sumail be sort of at his poorest in this match in terms of net worth. He just hasn't been able to find the farm against how much the map Liquid's been taken over. As bottom lane, the racks are cleaned up. They can look to take what they want here. Liquid straight up to top. A second set finished off. Still a tier 2 in the mid, so a bit of a saving grace for Aster. You know, if Liquid want to hold back and play it for the Megas, Aster, they'll get to see another day, see another fight. But the next one may very likely be their last.
I honestly don't know what you have to do, but I think the answer is going to be damage. I think you need Dagon 5 and Rapier. Sell your items, do something, make a miracle play happen where you manage to kill the Queen and the Alk. You'll get more money than any other way this way. So, yeah, full desperation. If there's a button that is like panic, this is the time to press it. Full panic.
Out they go, Aster. No Tormentor to be found, of course, with Liquid already taking that. In terms of Roche, we'll have it back up in 20 seconds. We'll be down here on Liquid's half of the map. Aster, they can look to take the fight here. A fight on the high ground's probably not going to do them any good with how far behind they are. They have to try and go for this sort of risk, take the fight around the Roche, see if they can catch Liquid whilst they're not fully set up. At the moment, Liquid, they've got the 4 of them down here. Of course, no Underlord, but Fiend's Gate is at the ready if Zai wants to join.
Yeah, if you manage to win this fight here and kill the Roche.
Let's see Poxy, but already the Fiend's Gate's here. Liquid,
Sumail,
they're more than happy to fight. They get the jump on to Sumail. Sumail in trouble. He's going to beat down by Mickey. The Sonic Wave for Nisha finishes him off. As Sumail's out, XXS goes down. It's going to be a full cleanup here for Liquid. As there's 4 dead. Monet, the last one that's surviving. He can't even bring down Zai with him. A team wipe by Liquid.
All dead. Help.
They
Right,
have
Jay.
some buybacks. I mean, Aster, of course, they probably will play this out, as this is their last hope of trying to hold in here in the lower bracket. But as you can see, smiles on Liquid's faces. They know they're one push away from moving on in this lower bracket and knocking Aster out of the competition.
Shima Shinkwa Sumel.
Straight down the mid. Aster, they've had some incredible moments in this event, but unfortunately for them, this game that they look to be going out on definitely seemed to be one of the roughest they've had. Liquid, they've just completely got them sorted here in this game too.
Wow, Mika is so strong on this hero. It is crazy. They still got more money to spare.
They picked it early in the draft, and Aster just weren't able to set up some sort of answer. As on to the tier 4s they go. Aster only with a 3 in the left to light. They might not even get the time for Monet and Sumail to see the light of day again this game. They're still out for 10 seconds. The tier 4s have gone. Liquid, they're on to the Ancient. As Pichu steps up, it's just going to be more kills for Liquid to pad up the score here to win this one. Monet and Sumail, they're back in action. XXS goes for the call, but Mickey, he wants out of the game. He's focusing the Ancient here with a Chemical Rage as he looks to close it up. Zai as well. Maybe they will look to add some more kills. Nisha with a Sonic Wave into the fountain will pick up another, but the creeps are moving in. Nisha jumps forward. It's over. GG is called. Aster knocked out of the competition as Liquid will move on 2-0 against Aster here today. And this game too, they just didn't have a chance in this one, no tell. This one was just complete control from Liquid. Their approach with the draft and their play as well. Aster, they couldn't do anything to stop them here.
Risky approach, it didn't work out. Very nice last pick and play from Nisha on the Queen. This is a record I don't know if will be broken in a while. Like that was like the perfect Alchemist farm pattern and perfect Alchemist early game. Yeah, how to beat that, I don't know, but this wasn't enough.
No, absolutely insane stuff here all around from Liquid, and indeed, as you pointed out, the cores, Mickey ending up 972 on the GPM, 440 CS here in this 35-minute game. And Yanisha, 14-0-11. Loving to see the approach from him this game, going for that Aghanims rush. Absolutely worked out. And maybe an approach we'll see from some more mid laners when they pick up the Quap Nota.
Yeah, it could be. I think it was perfect Queen game in the sense that you're playing against a Coddle. It's not the strongest. You have cool supports with you that can catch and hold. You have a lot of river control. It was very nice. Ags, if there's any game to try it, like I think this was it. Yeah. No, these guys, they know their stuff.
Oh, they really, really do. I mean, a great sort of back and forth game one, and then this game two, just a complete showcase from Liquid on how good they can be when they play at sort of full power. And they certainly did this game. Completely unstoppable. Aster not able to trip them up at all in this game too. As unfortunately for Aster, it's the end of the road for them. Team Liquid will move on to play again in the later series today.